night shift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Threw the candle in the midnight oil and lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few hundred miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild. Always been a runner, never been one for settling down. Spent my life in the backwoods looking for ways out of a one-horse town. I found a six-string ticket and jumped that westbound train. Now I only slow down long enough to stand up on that stage. Cloud nine is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. Mama, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild. I'm running with the devil, rolling down the road, riding on the storm, living like I'm dying slow. Headlights in the fast lane is my home away from home. If there's light after this tunnel, I'm gonna be the first to know. No slowing down, no looking back, no staying for a while. I'm pedal down and right on track, I'm ready for this ride. I'm running wild, ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. And I got bad down to my bones, don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet child. I'm running wild, I'm running wild, yeah, I'm running wild, oh, I'm running wild, I'm running wild.
It's hotter than a blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Hey, looks wild, but you know we're right at home. The louder the better, cause with us anything goes. Life of the party, we're the feature of the show. You already know. We're gonna paint the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up, we're up to get down, saying hey y'all, howdy, let's get rowdy tonight. Oh tonight, yeah, let's get rowdy.
west of the river, the Mississippi mud running in my veins. And on the road is where I found freedom. And hotel rooms is where I found peace. I spent my whole life running my way. It's gonna be, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take, it's gonna take, it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul.
Well, that'll get me out. I bet you guys can hear me now. All right. So for the third time, rolling into stream had a bunch of sound issues. Obviously, that's an ongoing issue. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. Excellent. Camo, come play. You know, you can, buddy. Can you guys hear the game sound and the music? I've had to turn mine off because it is so distorted coming through that it is not worth listening to. So I want you to hear my voice, and then you should be hearing music and game sound in here. Let me know if you're hearing both of those things. And if you are, then we are good for tonight's stream. All right, let's see. I think I got Low in here with me. I got Low. Let's get Low in. All right, Low, go ahead and talk and see if this sound is working. Okay. That's good. Low, you're not coming through to the stream, though. I can hear Low. You guys can't. Let's see. Microphone, Discord. All right, Low, try again, buddy.
Let's try this for what, the fourth or fifth time now?
At least fourth or fifth, but they only know it's a second, okay. So, you know, we can tell them.
Right.
All right, Low is coming through. Low, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Oh, just busy. 10-gallon day, 5-gallon hat type situation, if you know what I mean.
I hear you, man.
So, We will get it done, though. All right, guys, we are going to get right into some stuff. We're sort of rolling in a couple minutes late because of the sound issues, so I'm going to continue getting set up here so that everything is where it's supposed to be and we can have a great stream. So give me just 1 second. Then we're going to grab a contract and we're going to get going here. Make sure that this is muted. We're going to pop out chat real quick. And we are so close to actually being live and having the things we're supposed to do. Hey, look, I was first in chat despite not having any sound. All right, stone picking, spraying, fertilizing. Low, what are you doing right now?
I just started on this cultivating, but you want to start on something together, just let me know.
No, I was just going to grab the stone picking and didn't want to grab the same thing you had, so... I will. Let's see where our stone picker is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. I see her. Oh, Camo's stuck at work. That's no good. All right, let's get some people. Let's get some people welcomed in here, guys. First off, BP was first. Welcome into myself. Love when that works out. Time, Camo, Bowen, Vixington, Lucifer, and Tony. Welcome in. Eric, Samantha, Uncle Tony Tutos. Uncle Tony. And I think we are good to go. Hope you guys are having a great night. You know, I think a stream that starts a little rough like this always turns into a good one. I think that's the way it works. I think that's the blessing of it. So
you guys saying a mouthful there.
Yeah, seriously. Seriously, if you guys didn't see over in Discord, big news today. Let me back up one step. We have a streaming discussion portion over in Discord, and we use that to discuss, you know, like, are you using OBS? Do you use Stream Elements? Do you stream on Twitch? Do you stream on like anything to do with streaming or content creation or any of that kind of stuff? Not a big deal. Well, we had one of our boys here, Low, hit 100 subs today, guys. That is incredible news for him. I posted it over there. We are going to start celebrating our victories as a community, particularly for the content creators over there. So if you or anyone you know is streaming and something happens, it's good, you get monetized, you get 100 subs, you put out your 20th video, whatever it is, let's post it over there. I made a little comment on it, and you know, guys, basically a rising tide raises all ships, and this community grows and gets stronger and is better for everyone every time one of us has a success. So congratulations to Low. Incredible news. I am super excited for him. Check out his Homestead 100 series along with all of his other content, but it is fantastic news today coming out of it. So
thank you, BP.
Absolutely, brother. You deserve it. Lots of hard work putting it in, putting out great content. Absolute great stuff. And guys, you know, I'll tell you, Low was a little hesitant to, you know, get into the whole thing and everything else. And he's a guy sort of like me. He wants to know how to do things and wants to do them well. And, you know, there's a lot of running into walls with your face when you start into this business or this entertainment side of things because there's no guide. And, you know, he dove in feet first and is doing a fantastic job. So another fantastic member of our community. Oh, Time. How is the move going? Well, Time, I was moving stuff around the house until about 15 minutes before stream when I discovered the sound issue. So, you know, it's going. You know, I leave town Saturday and decided to take a U-Haul trailer with me, which is not really what I wanted to do, but is the right step for what we're doing next, which just means I have to get more stuff packed. And, you know, as expected, everything that could take more time or be added to the schedule or, you know, eat up time that I had planned for other things has started happening already this week. So, you know, I'll probably be packing till 3 or 4 a.m. Friday and then hitting the road for a 12-hour drive with a trailer. So, you know, it'll work out.
So all the fun stuff.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's just, you know, anything that could happen this week, you know, it is happening this week, and that's all right. We have an FS Farmer raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome in, y'all.
FS, I was having some tech issues, so I didn't get on as early as I normally do. You usually get to stop in and see you. Were you on Wickham tonight? BP is live. I'm dreaming, Junior says. I know, Junior. It is getting rough to find time to get stuff done. I think it's going to be 2 streams this week, maybe no streams next week. I might try one at the end of the week. And then I got to figure out, you know, I won't know until I get there about the internet. And then with the new job and everything else, got to find a schedule that works. It'll be crazy, but trying to do what I can. I've committed to keeping the recorded videos on schedule. I'm on track to have about 2 weeks of content recorded before I leave. So even if I get there and can't do anything, I will be able to keep the videos coming. I have fully recorded and completed the BP Homestead 100 challenge. Now, granted, I took a fairly easy approach to it. There are guys out there who are doing way more than I did. But, you know, by the letter of the law, the challenge is completed, and that's what matters. So that is recorded out to episode 9. Exciting stuff.
9, huh? Okay.
Yeah. I thought it'd be 10, but I sort of got to halfway through 9, and I had a homestead, or I had a house. I had the chickens, I had the goats and sheep, and I had like $72,000. And I was like, you know, just not sure it's worth another episode to just cut more trees down. Or I could fast forward time, because it's one of those challenges. There's times you make a bunch of money, and then there are times that you got to wait to make the money. So my wheat hadn't come in yet. I made 1 pallet of eggs and 1 pallet of wool the entire challenge. Was all I got out of it, because I tried to do ARGZ's seasonal wool, and I just don't think it works with the realistic livestock from Ritters. There was an update, and there was rumor that it did work, but I never got it to work. Theoden, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Junior, you've been putting out a lot of music recently. A whole bunch of it. No, Time, I'm sorry to hear that your move has gone about as well as mine. I thought maybe that with my luck I'd picked up all the bad juju, and you were just going to sail on in nice and easy, but, you know,
there's nothing about a move that's smooth at all.
No, not at all. I mean, all the big things, right, all the important things are going well. It's just the minutia of moving stuff from one place to another and all the parts and pieces that go with it and the timing and everything else. So we will get through it. FS was on Whitcomb. All right. FS, and how was your stream on Whitcomb? What do you do today? I imagine field work, so let's see. The last time I saw you might be back to peas. FS is a big pea farmer. He loves auto drive and peas, and he's very, very, guys, if you haven't checked out FS's stuff as far as auto drive and course play, I don't know if Whitcomb is as developed as Judith Plains was. I'm sure it will be if it isn't, but the man is a wizard when it comes to that stuff. It is incredible to watch, and, you know, to me, it's sort of, I like it. It's relaxing to watch all the machines work, and he's like, oh, we're going to call the cart down. Here goes the cart, and it's full. Oh, now it's going to go empty at the silo, and oh, this one's full. We'll move this one up, and yeah, all the good stuff. Can't let that work stuff get in the way of
all that stuff, but I just can't. I just haven't committed myself to fully learning it. It's one of those things, and this might just be me, but like, it's one of those things you're going to have to go through, or at least it was for me, like that 5-hour period of utter frustration. Like, you're going to have some success. You're going to get it set up. You're going to get it working. And then you're going to get like, all right, I can do something. And then you're going to break it. And then, you know, nothing's going to work for a couple minutes or a couple hours. And then you're going to figure it out. And then it all starts to work again. And, you know, you just figure out where the tweaks are and everything else. But it is definitely, I mean, it's a fantastic auto driving course play are absolutely fantastic mods. But they are, as with all FS PC mods, the more complicated and more involved the mod is, the more time and space there is for things to go sideways on you. So it happens. Tone, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
I have had any problems with realistic and seasonal wool. Okay, I mean, Lucifer, that's good to know, because I was really excited for that combo. I was thinking that part of it might have been that my sheep weren't in the pen long enough for that initial shearing. Because what is it? It's October and April, maybe?
something along those lines. And I was thinking that I probably got my sheep in September, maybe a few in August, but I switched from grazing pastures to a sheep shed or sheep pen with a barn for the wool, because the one I wanted to use, the fence was just, it's a weird fence on the one I had, and I tried to link it up with grazing pastures, and it was not happy, and that's all right. It was a weird one-off sheep pen.
Wasn't playing nice, huh?
No, and it wasn't grazing pastures. It was just the two were just incompatible for whatever reason, and it's a weird fence. It's like a picket fence, and so my sheep were only really in a pen where wool could be calculated, which is how I assume it works, for like, half a day. So I assume that was part of the problem. End of winter, so planting. Funny enough, pea. See, FS, I knew you're a pea guy. I mean, you do all kinds of things, but you are about every third stream you're doing something with peas. I am Muddy Stalker. All right, Junior, we got our 18th account here, getting everything going. I'm sort of surprised we don't see Muddy. Maybe Muddy's live. Who knows? Could be. An automated mega farm on Survival 4X, gotten pretty good at setting up auto-driving courseplay. That's awesome, Theoden. That is a huge time investment. All right, stones in here. Now we're gonna do a poll. So the poll is very simple tonight. I'm not even gonna tell you guys what it is. All right, you have to read the poll for yourself. FS, I can tell that the peas are a challenge for you in a good way. Like, I can tell, like, I've watched you for long enough to know you're talking about setting guys up and getting your course play right and your auto drive right. Like, I can tell. I like watching your mind work through those problems, because you approach it well and you solve it and make the little tweaks and keep things running. I saw that Muddy completed the BP 100 challenge on a live, and he's gone on to the BP 200. He may be the second person to go on to a BP 200, and we had a third individual who had an incredible idea that I hadn't even thought of. Was he was going to do the BP 200 Homestead Challenge initially, because he was going to do it as a multiplayer. So it was going to be two people, so it had to be twice the challenge. So I thought that was a pretty clever option as well. I had to learn auto-driving courseplay for FS22 because I wanted to run silage properly. It took a few days of playing with it before I was comfortable with it. Yeah, Tone, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing, right? Like, you have to figure out, and this is the classic saying, right, is you don't know what you don't know. You go in and you're like, all right, I know this, so I'm going to do this. But you don't know where the gaps in your knowledge and your experience are until they're exposed. And then when they are, you just figure it out and you move on. And that's how you learn stuff. And that's the best part. But it is, for those moments, there are times where you're like, what is going on here? Oh, harvesting. Okay, we completed this harvest, but maybe we haven't turned stuff in yet. So maybe let's keep that. Eric, level 2 membership. Welcome in, brother.
Stranger.
Appreciate the support.
Nice.
Khalid, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Didn't catch you earlier. Sorry, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Love your content. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that support. We have a fantastic community. I love putting it out for you guys. You guys are so gracious and appreciative, and just makes it all worthwhile. All right. Lowe said he was cultivating. Lowe, how is your cultivating going? Is it as exciting as it sounds?
Oh, definitely.
Just
more dirt.
Stimulating beyond belief. Can barely figure out how to contain your excitement. I believe it. I'm gonna try to find Higgy sprayer. Go ahead.
There you go. After last night's, I had how do I put it? A hell of a time getting started with the stream. So I'm glad just to be calm, cool, and collected tonight. To be quite honest. So.
There are moments. Vixington upgrading to level 2. Awesome, brother. Thank you for the support. OG is in the house. Welcome in, OG. Honey Nut Billions. Got a gifted membership. Eric coming in with a gifted membership. Thank you, brother. Ooh, Low. We got some interesting news here. The poll, if you didn't see it, was can we flip fields? And we are currently sitting at 54% yes, which means the red beet field at the far side of the map that is small and ready to harvest could be purchased and harvested along with the other 5 contracts that you and I are trying to do as a 2-pack. And,
okay, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, time's at 1 speed. We got all night. Anywhere to go.
Yeah.
Low is constantly turning things over. It happens. It happens. Oh, now Tony wrote something and then, hey OG got translated to hey and. YouTube, I don't need you to translate. And then OG got translated to there's a Tony. This is like YouTube. I do not require your assistance to read chat. Just leave it alone.
I was getting the Asian words on mine last night.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's not at all helpful. It's like, what are we doing? Oh, spraying contract. All right. Apparently we're on standard GPS, so let's hit that, and let's get turned on, and let's roll. Oh, Junior. What did you even write, Junior? Junior's comment was, and I'll read this verbatim, I sent you the instructions on how to fix it. It's in your DMs. Muddy tried it and it works. So what did Stream Elements do? They deleted it because they don't want me to fix them translating my stuff. That is the ultimate AI taking over the world comment right there. Junior tried to turn off my AI, and they're like, what if we turn Junior off instead? Ooh, we hit the tree. Junior, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I will check it out. I don't want you to think that if I don't get to it, I don't appreciate it. My to-do list is, I have a to-do list for my to-do list is where we're at this stage. Right. So yeah. If I don't get to it, don't think I didn't appreciate the time and energy put to share that with me. It means a lot to me, and I will get to it, but it is, like I said, every day we start with 10 items on the list, we get 8 of them done, and we add 5 more. So it's starting to add up just a little bit. All right, rocking and rolling. Okay, Low, 54% yes, we can field flip. I'm ending the poll while we're ahead. So we can flip fields. That is fantastic news. Now, all we need is some of you green names to get in here and get to work. Let's go, green names. Got to get the green army going. Seriously, I mean, Low showed up. He's streaming. He hit his sub goal. He's still in here. What's your guys' excuse? Come on. If you don't want to cycle through all your hand tools, you can easily be stored and recovered from the vehicle list. Yes, Tone, and I use, one of my base mods, Tone, is the park vehicle. BP, you just need something to do in your spare time? I know, Time. It's, you know, it's feeling a lot like I'm wasting my days these days, you know, just hanging around. It's tough, you know, you got to remember to sunscreen yourself as you're laying out at the pool eating bonbons and drinking champagne. It's a hard life, but someone's got to live it.
Time.
Yeah, just the way it works, you know. Some people are blessed with that kind of life, and some of us are trying to figure out if you know, if we're going to make things work in life or not. Ooh, what are we doing here? This is why we don't use the in-game GPS. Too complicated. Yeah,
Tone. We tell him that all the time, Time.
Tone, and I love the park your vehicles for the roleplay stuff, because it means that you don't have to have a multiplayer game set up. I mean, you can, there are benefits to having a we're not on the thing, guys. As I said, this is why we don't use the in-game GPS. You know, there are benefits to having a multiplayer game set up to play on, because then you could have, you know, if you have a character like Granny or someone else, you can have an account with them. They can have their own money and they can own vehicles. But if you're just playing like on a content creation playthrough, or you want the store to have a telehandler so you can load your stuff, like the park vehicle thing, so it isn't in your tab list, just makes it so nice.
I've never messed with that.
It's just Control T. So you get into a vehicle. You know, say you buy a telehandler for the shop, so you can load your big bags and your pallets and stuff. You get into it. You hit Control T, and it exists just like any other vehicle, but it's not in your tab list anymore. That's all.
Oh.
So if you're streaming or you're doing recorded content and you're trying to find a vehicle, you don't like end up at the store and then it, not that it breaks the immersion, it's a big deal, but it breaks the immersion. It's just a little bit of a thing. So and it's
I'll have to check
great.
that out for sure.
Yeah. That's one of my base game. I'm building a folder of base game mods that I just want to have in all my playthroughs, and the park vehicle mod it works well. I've never had an issue with it. It doesn't conflict with anything. It's super simple. It's a small little script mod, and it just means that if you want to have that kind of stuff, you can. Or like on Northwoods, I had what do we call him? The foreman, who had the pickup truck, and I had to go talk to him and deliver stuff and everything else. Like that truck was on my account technically, and I just parked it so it was never in the tab list, so I could never get into it. And I just move it around the map, and when we needed to see him, we'd go see him, and when we didn't, we wouldn't, and everything worked out.
I like it.
Yeah, it's just an extra little little layer, nice little touch.
Yep.
The fishing pole. Yep, I'm having that problem on Elk River Tone with the advanced damage, because I had the grease gun, the jumper cables, and Higgs sprayers out of herbicide. Big surprise. The jumper cables, the lube gun, and the blower to get to my chainsaw, plus a flashlight. I would love, and maybe there is a mod, maybe you guys can help me. Is there a mod where I can just turn off the flashlight? Like I just don't want a flashlight. I just don't use a flashlight. Right. For streaming purposes, like I'd have to be doing some sort of role play, like there'd have to be an event at night for me to want to use a flashlight, because otherwise it's just, if you're using a flashlight, hear me out guys, it's too dark for people to see what you're doing. So I'd love to have the flashlight removed. All right, let's see.
Let me know how that works out. I would too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just a great little like streamer, content creator little secret if we could figure that out. Maybe we'll get one of the guys to write us a quick script mod and just remove the flashlight, or make it so you could put it down somewhere. Time, and here's a beauty of it, Time. The wife and kids left Saturday morning. They're in Minnesota. I am here by myself. Which is incredible, because if they were here, and don't get me wrong, guys, love them, but if I had to be doing the parenting, fathering, husbanding type stuff on top of what I'm trying to get done, I'd be even further behind than I already am. So they're having a great time in Minnesota. They got to the rental. They already found a 4,900 acre forest preserve, went for a hike. They're going to the ice rink tomorrow to check it out. They got some camp starting tomorrow. So they got all kinds of good stuff going on.
No worries in the world, huh?
Yep. As far as they're concerned, the kids, this is the best thing since sliced bread. They're going to think this move was like, an upgrade. They have no idea what it takes to get this done.
My dad was military, and so we moved around every 3 or 4 years until the age of about 16. And it was, looking back on it now, I mean, they never let me and my brothers see the pressures of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That shows so much care, from the parents and everything else. Because I mean, as you know, and I know a bunch of military people, and they're, they get good at moving. It doesn't make it easy though. It's not, they're better at it than the average person, but it's not because it's easy.
And it's funny, later on in life, as I was, renting my own places and things like that, and I'd leave, I was beside myself on the landlord's reactions when I'd leave, because we came up, you had to clean it, you had to paint, in the military, you had to
nail
clean
holes.
it, paint it, and all that other stuff. And so, that just kind of flowed over into my adult life and renting and all that other stuff as well. So, I didn't think nothing of it, but they sure did.
Yeah, it's wild, because I've been handy most of my life, and even in college worked on houses and stuff to make money, and so like when we rented, like I just fixed stuff too. It's just like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I just Like most tenants, it's like, oh, there's a light bulb out. It's like, guys, that is literally your responsibility. Like you're gonna have to figure out how to switch a light bulb.
They don't get it, do they?
No, I'm over here like, I'll take the disposal out and replace it. That's no big deal. Like, you know, knock $150 off the rent and we'll call it even.
Yep. I think the only time I ever had to call a landlord on something was, and it ended up being the joists in the floor needed to be replaced. So I was like, you know, yeah, I'll let him do that.
yeah, that's. I don't want to be tearing up the subfloor, so.
Right.
All righty, let's get back in here, guys. I'm gonna have to take a quick. I'm hoping 3 minutes. I gotta grab my dinner, and 2, I gotta get something out for something out of the fridge. Gotta get some meds out for the next IV set. So let me get this done. I'm going to jump over to Lowe's Field and just give you guys a quick aerial view. I actually think we started this row, right? Didn't we run out mid-row somewhere? Let me get situated, and then we'll go watch Low for a minute. I'll run down and get stuff done real quick. And I will be right back, but we'll get going here first. Oh, you got the map? Awesome, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cool. All right, let's see. You can get a headlamp and sell it. Interesting, Tone. Now, Tone, does the
headlamp?
Yeah, does a headlamp, like, does it come through when you cycle through the hand tools, or is a headlamp just on or off? Because if I could just get the headlamp and never have a flashlight again, that would be an ideal situation as well. I also don't feel like, you know, I'm at a point in my life where I even own a flashlight. I have a cell phone and many other things that create light, and if I really need light, I've got all my construction lights and everything else I can put up. So, ooh, what happened here? Did we freeze? No. All right. I'm going to get you guys in a position to watch some exhilarating. Do not underestimate how exciting this cultivating job is going to be.
Oh boy.
And it's not Lowe's fault. It's just the way it works. So let me get through chat real quick and I'll run down and do it. Camo's going to take a look at getting rid of the flashlight. That'd be awesome. You can even store the flashlight so it doesn't come up. That, Tone, I need to know how to do. Should be getting my PC back later this week, so I believe if all goes well, I will start streaming and recording the following weekend. Eric, that is awesome news, dude. Fantastic. Everything's looking up for Eric. Got a job, got his computer back, or getting his computer back. That is such great great news.
Absolutely.
You need the flashlight for snipe hunting? All right, time. Enough out of you already. Dreamers, welcome in.
Stranger.
And let's see. You still have the flashlight with the headlamp. Okay. Buchanan, I'm in real estate. I am in real estate. All right, guys. I will be back in just a few moments. Got to grab my dinner, grab something out of the fridge, and then I will be here. See you in a minute.
Yep. See you in a minute. Camo, you think you could take the flashlight thing and make it to where you could put it in something like you do a chainsaw? That way it'd be separated kind of thing, you know? I think that would be cool. I never did look into the headlamp thing, because that's what I was wondering, if you got the headlamp, would it take the flashlight away, or would you have both? Oh, I got another cultivating one too. Looks like I'll be cultivating this evening. Really? Why does that not surprise me? Would you? you remember though? I'm just curious. I mean, not that I'd use it. If it doesn't shed light, there's no sense in it. But I was just curious. Did your flashlight still show up after you used it, or was it you had both of them? Try to restrain yourself, Tom. I know it's, took me a long time to get this good. So, had both, OG? Yeah, kind of no sense in that, in my opinion. Especially if the headlamp don't even work. But yeah.
All right, back quickly.
Welcome back.
That's the way we like it.
With food or cooking food?
With food. I started it right when stream started. Whew.
All right.
Headlamp a couple weeks ago. It didn't even show light when it was turned on, so I deleted the mod. Okay, good to know. Lowe's having an exciting night.
OG, if when you bought the headlamp, if you still had the flashlight, and that's where you said have both,
Yep. Gotcha. All right, we're back at it.
Kind of senseless.
Yeah, since the whole point is not to cycle through them.
Right.
Eric, that'd be great. I need workers. I mean, people to participate. Dreamers going live at 9:30. Sweet. Have a good stream, brother. Oh, the torch. Don't even start with me. Just because you're a British colony camo.
I know,
and
right?
at that, it's a penal colony at that camo if you're going to go to that road. But will the headlamp show up with the horse head? Time, that is potentially the most important question of the night. Because if the headlamp doesn't work with the horse head mod, I mean, there's just no point in even talking about it. Got to be able to wear the horse head. It is in my top 5 favorite mods. It puts a smile on my face every single time. I might look at making a mod that can store all hand tools. That'd be awesome. If you could make like a little toolbox, right? Like the old FS20 toolboxes we've talked about, where you could store all of the hand tools, the horse brush, the paint cans, all that kind of stuff, and just, go to it, take it out, or keep it on your truck, or have it be a toolbox in your truck, whatever. I mean, there's lots of options. It'd be nice to be able to, for role play purposes, be able to get hand tools out and go do stuff. All right, Higgs Field, 35% done. Say
moving right along.
Say anyone jump in while I was gone? Nope, just me and the low. Watch out.
That's right. Getting it all done.
Mm-hmm. So that new map, what is it, Porcupine Mountain came out? Was it Thursday last week? Friday maybe? That looks like a pretty good map. Yeah. Could be the next BP challenge map. I don't know.
Could. Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly, there's a chance.
Yeah.
Ooh, lights in the ears or the eyes, Eric. That'd be creepy if the horse had mask, the eyes lit up like flashlights. Hit 1 year on your playthrough. Nice, Junior. Test your giant editor skills. Well, I have none, Camo, so. The F550 tow truck is coming along. I finally got the wheel lift to function properly. Nice. That's excellent news, Tony. I saw you said you got with some other modders out there and did some collab stuff and got stuff working, so that is fantastic news. Vix, you're on Porcupine? Vix? No. Vix, are you streaming under a different name, or am I thinking of someone else? 'Cause I just watched someone else today that started on Porcupine. They had a pickup truck and a Massey Ferguson 711. Okay, so that was you, Vix. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, Vix, I made a comment on your video. My comment was that your mic was broken, and that's when I realized it wasn't your mic, it was my sound. So I had to delete that comment because I don't want you to think there was a problem with your video. But yeah, Vic started on the Porcupine map, looked good, had a little pick 'em up truck, And that guy's a Massey Ferguson 711 and the matching Black Sheep modding John Deere little skidder, the one I use in the BP 100 Homestead Challenge. I mean, they're just such great little machines. The mods are done well. Oh, you are being on the map. So, Vix, it isn't you who's doing the content. Okay, I was going to say, it'd be weird for you to be in chat in a different name. But you like the map, yes. Okay, yeah, Porcupine looks good. It's an interesting little map. Though, I think the next challenge... So, guys, I'm going to talk through my thought process here a little bit, and you guys are welcome to give me some input. You guys always give me good input. I'm thinking of doing a bigger start. So I don't want them all to be like, start from scratch. I want to mix it up. I want to do different things. If I'm being honest, what I think I really want to do is I think I want to do what we're going to call the Muddy Challenge. Because Muddy proposed this like, I mean, this could be 6 months or a year ago. And this has stuck with me. Muddy made the suggestion. And I got to figure out how to put it into a challenge format. That whatever the goals are, doesn't matter. We can figure out the goals and the map and that kind of stuff later. But everything had to go through a production before you could sell it.
Absolutely.
I think there's something really, really good there. So yeah. I got to figure out the details. Like, we got to do that kind of thing. But, there'd have to be some restrictions to make it a little bit challenging. But if everything had to go through a production, your wool, your wheat, I guess like you couldn't sell slurry and manure to the BGA because it wouldn't go through a production before sale, or would it? I guess technically it gets produced and you're buying the methane, or you're selling the methane. So I guess technically that works too. Mm-hmm. But it would be an interesting playthrough. And I think if we did a playthrough like that, it might be like, I've been toying with the idea of something along the lines of maybe like a pickup truck, 2 tractors, a small and a medium, a flatbed trailer. There'd have to be some restriction on a harvester. There'd have to be something. Like, I'm debating like a combination of, you can have 3 vehicles. So 2 of them could be tractors and a harvester, or a telehandler, or a tractor and a harvester, or a bunch of other things. And then you could also have like 5 implements. And there'd have to be some price range restrictions, that kind of stuff. So you're not going out and buying the Colossus with, 5 million liter capacity and a 50 meter working with. Maybe it'd have to be a horsepower or something else. Or one of the ideas I played with was doing a branded playthrough, where it doesn't matter what brand you pick, but like maybe you can only pick 3 brands for the entire thing. So if you want Case, you go Case. If you want John Deere, you go John Deere. But then you only got 2 brands left. And if you don't have a brand for a fertilizer spreader, out of luck. So, but that's what I've been thinking, is something to do with the Muddy Challenge with a little bigger start, where maybe you get like a piece of land with at least 1 field, at least 1 husbandry, and at least 1 production to start with. So you're sort of like middle of the road. You're not a true start from scratch. Or maybe you get a little bit of money and you get to buy those types of things. We'll have to see. But I've been thinking about the Muddy Challenge for the next one. I think it's time to do that. All right, let's go ahead.
If you to refine that, some, like you were saying, if you refine that to, you have to create, you can only sell products that go through a production. Mm-hmm. What if you refine it down to only animals? For this particular challenge, you can only do animal products through a production. And then what that does for the big start that you're talking about, like having all that equipment, think about it, you're not going to be able to make a whole lot of money in the beginning. I mean, you got to give them something. You got to give them something to make a little money. Maybe you do like the orchard thing again or whatever. But the money really don't start flowing in until they start producing the animal output or products. So
Or like to your point, like with the orchard, like do a greenhouse, but one that takes fertilizer, seed, and water, or something where like, you know, you're not just putting water in and getting stuff out. You know, you have to, there's some upfront costs. Yeah, I like all these ideas. And we got some in chat here. Let me get caught up here real quick. Buster Blade, welcome in. Let's see. Speaking of maps, have you watched any streams that featured No Creek Extended, Eldred, Minnesota, or Midwest Moranis? Some looking good 4X maps. I have not, Buster, and I love 4X maps. So I'm going to have to check out all of those. So, has any tried to put flashlight down in the garden shed under decorations? I have not recently, but I have looked at that OG, and as far as I could tell, it was stuff like paint cans, horse brushes, chainsaw, but no flashlight. Ooh, Vix, that's an interesting take on it too. That goes right in line with the type of idea that Lowe just had. So if you had to tier your productions, you know, like you could only have maybe, and tell me if I'm misinterpreting this, Vix, but like you could only have 3 productions that you put raw materials into. Like, so, you know, let's say wheat could go into the grain mill, and then obviously flour goes into the bakers. And so you know, you could only have so many productions that took the base materials, but then you could go to like a soup factory, you could go to a bakery, you could go to like all kinds of stuff. And that's an interesting take too. I like that. Makes you balance the inputs. I agree. Says something like the Wheel of Pain. Lucifer, I am all in for the Wheel of Suffering. I just don't know how I could turn that into something that everyone else could use. Now, technically, the Wheel of Suffering is a website, so I guess I could see about making that public. Like, just, I don't know how you share that, because it's like it's a free account, you know, like I could show people how to do it. But if you could go to a website, or maybe I need to get into my Discord editing and get a Discord editor, find someone to pay to start doing the Discord mods I want to do, and maybe we get a Wheel of Suffering within Discord, like as a bot that everyone could access in the Discord. There's an idea. Drive people to my Discord as well. You know,
what's going on, Blue?
You know, Lucifer, that's a crazy idea. Blue, welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
All right, time, but the 5 million wouldn't help you that much because you'd have to store it all until you got through a production. Agreed. And time, to your point, like some of those productions, if we, you know, I wouldn't want to make it too restrictive, but if you weren't allowed to use like super modded productions, then it could take years. Like it wouldn't help you to have 500 acres of wheat because you couldn't get it through, you know, the grain mill quickly enough. So yeah, there's definitely some stuff to be done there. Judge, welcome in. Stranger. Sorry, I missed you, brother. Can you place your flashlight? Okay, I got that one. I like the manure gardens. Yep, manure's a great one if we're starting with animals, Vix. That's one of my favorites. It's an easy add-on. And a 1 million start off for property and vehicles and equipment. See, Campbell, I agree. And I don't know. You guys give me feedback. Like, so for the Homestead 100, I feel like some of the fun of that challenge was that we were all in the same plot of land. Like, and watching how different people use the land, and some people, you know, like Higgs just doing grass. Like Higgs is going to be the silage king of Jaked Up Homestead 77's map. Like that's his thing. And like, you know, other people putting down productions, or not productions, but like sheds and that kind of stuff, and building a yard and doing more animals. Some people doing cows, like that kind of stuff. And so like, I like the idea of having a starting budget, because I think that gives you a lot of free flow, but maybe you're still required to own a specific piece of land. If we picked a map like, and it wouldn't be this map, but like Judith Plains, and we said, you know, you buy the Green River Farm or whatever it's called, and that way everyone gets a barn, a cow shed, a sheep pen, you know, that kind of stuff. I think that part to me adds a lot of value, because then there's a significant amount of visual continuity amongst the playthroughs at the start, and then it diversifies very quickly thereafter. So that's just my thought, but I do like the idea of like having a budget so everyone can sort of pick, you know, if you set $1 million and you wanted 4 tractors, you could have 4 tractors. If you were Hig, you could just take out a $10 million loan. You know, you could do what you wanted with the money. So I like the freedom of that, but I do want everyone to sort of start in the same place. Popping in from work, Blue says. I like that, Vix. Yeah, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Yep, I like that. No Creek Extended is from Ray County Map Maker and has a script that, based on how long it rains, it can flood your low fields. Buster, that sounds fantastic. Flood the roads in the fields? That sounds really good. Sounds really good. Do a bridge
physics, and you could have a good old time.
if you're thinking getting stuck and not building anything done is a good old time low, I agree. And building a bridge, I think that's a fantastic idea, Buster. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the roller coaster's dumb. I mean, it's okay. It's exciting. But, like, if you could have parts of the map that you couldn't access until you delivered, you know, planks and beams and cement and everything else, like, that would be a cool playthrough. All right, Lucifer. I'll catch you later, brother. Thanks for hanging. If I don't see you, have a great night. Smoky Mountains. Judge, I think that's the one that Muddy's doing his playthrough on. I've enjoyed watching that map. One of the things with the challenges that I'm trying to be careful on is I don't want to exclude console players. You know, there will probably be some challenges that, you know, just by the nature of the beast, like if there's a really good map, like, you know, what Buster's saying, like if there's a really good 4X map that just lends itself to, like, you know, you're stuck behind a broken bridge and the fields are flooding and, you know, you have to put things, you know, whatever it is, you know, that type of thing. But in general, I'd like to try to keep them console friendly so that everybody can participate if they want to, because we have some content creators that are either just recently on to PC or still on console. And, you know, I think to me, I really enjoy the community of the challenges more than anything else. And I think the ability of content creators in the community to get in on this and sort of grab some of that momentum and show off their play style is so incredibly valuable to me. So I just worry about if we did a bunch of stuff that was, you know, I wouldn't want to exclude anybody. You know, I want people to be able to play and do everything they want. Because, you know, like I think it was Panda was over in Discord and he was like, man, watching you guys play with all your PC mods, because he's on console and he's not a content creator. He's just sharing his journey on the challenge. He's doing a great job with it. He's like, you know, it just goes to show like how much of a struggle can be on console. So at least he was able to participate. But, you know, hopefully Panda gets to a PC. So we'll get him there eventually.
Right.
Thanks, OG. BP, bridges and water don't go well together. Camo, that is true. There's no arguing that. There's plenty of video evidence of me barrel rolling into the water for no apparent reason. Oh, Hig, don't talk to me if you're feeding horses. If you're propagating the problem, Hig, get out of here. Hope you have a good night, Higgy. Miss you, brother. He gets along with Bridges, never want to fight. I am like 0-16 with Bridges. That's right, Time. I have like the opposite of a good boxing record with Bridges. Exactly, Vix. Like, I don't, you know, it may happen eventually, you know, but I think the challenges is important that people can participate. You know, we could do, you know, like as an example, I know this isn't what we're talking about, but the Dakota map, right, has a 4X and a 16X. And there's some maps out there like Backcountry. There's a Backroads County 4X. There's a 4X and a standard version. So we could do something where, like, you know, if you wanted to do the 4X version and you're on PC, you could. And if you wanted to do, if you're on console and you can only do the standard version, that's cool too. Like, we could pick a farmland that works for everybody. And we could do some stuff like that. So
you could also restrict the land by acreage if it was suitable to the challenge, I mean, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's a good point. I agree. Bring the horses to BP, Eric. That's not nice either. Or no standing trucks. We can bring you a horse. No, Hig, I do not want a horse. Chrissy, welcome in, darling.
Hey, Chrissy.
No, there's a truck there. I should probably not read chat and drive on the wrong side of the road. Just making a poll in your channels. Cool, thanks, OG. Yeah, I mean, it's Farmstick. There's no damage. I'm good. Vix, there's no hard rule on the Homestead 100 economic difficulty. I always play on hard. I just, and that's not like a flex. I want to be very clear about that. I just, like, Farm Sim is not that challenging, particularly with the number of hours I have in it and the fact that I'm on PC. Like, it's so easy for me to get overpowered mods that I always play on hard just to make sure that that isn't helping me out. And even then, it's wild how much money you can make with some mods if you don't pay attention. I mean, there are a number of mods that I have made less profitable to play with because I just don't want to have $12 quadrillion after year one. But
from a greenhouse.
Yeah, from 3 greenhouses that I got free water from. You know, that I took 2 trips of free water from. Then you would have a reason to eat hay. Hig, don't start with me. Hig, you go from blue to green real quick in this conversation. All right, I think we were in the middle of a row down here. Blue, you're like 4 minutes behind in the conversation just because you just got here. Yes, Blue, we were all just saying that Porcupine looks like a great map. So I was peeking at it, and there's been a couple of playthroughs. Vix is playing on it right now. One of the newer members of Discord posted his content on it today. I was checking that out earlier. Yeah, I think the Porcupine map looks really good. A console-friendly logging challenge? I don't know, Junior. I'm sort of logged out after the Homestead 100. I'm not sure. That's part of the reason I want to start with more equipment. I don't want to do logging again. I'll want to do logging again soon, but no, not right away. A logging only challenge. Now Judge is on board. You guys get off this logging only challenge.
Yeah.
We could also just put pins through our eyes if we wanted. We could just cut right to the suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Vix. I agree. That's why I go on the hard economy. Oh, absolutely time. But if I play on hard economy, then I have some justification for cheating. Andrew, welcome in, brother. Hope you're doing well. Slick Top, that's the guy who's got a playthrough on Porcupine. I knew I'd recognize the avatar. Slick Top, welcome in, brother. We were I was just talking about your playthrough on Porcupine. I got to watch a couple minutes of it today before I realized that my sound was broken. I had to go fix that. But I love the fact that you're starting with the Massey Ferguson 711 and a pickup truck. Looks like a great map and a great start. Make sure to check out Slick Top stuff too, guys. Yeah. Now, see, Camo, I will say I don't use Rod's harder economy and, God, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so my blood sugar's getting low. The Rod, what is it, zero expense mod? I don't play with that in an attempt to make it easier, but I also like if a fenced pasture, right, like the grazing pasture, though it doesn't have a water trough, like I don't want to pay $100 a month for water to that. If it comes with water plumbed in on a farm, that's part of a well. Like that's not, there's no minimal, or there's not really even a minimal expense with that. And quite a few of those pumps run on solar now. You know, so it's not like you're, getting in there. So in some regards, yes, removing those expenses does become a little bit of a cheaty type scenario where you're reducing your costs. But like, I don't want to pay for water, and some of the mods, particularly on the off Mod Hub mods. I mean, what was I looking at the other day? Oh, you know what it was? It was the trailer I used in Northwoods, the camper. I think it was $150 a day to own a trailer. And I was like, well, the whole point of this is I'm off grid. Like I have a generator. Why would I want to pay $150? So for using Rod's mods to remove those expenses, I think that's more realistic than some of the stuff in Farm Sim. I just don't think that a shed costs you $150 a month, like a brand new shed. Now you could say the electrical costs and utilities and that kind of stuff, but I don't like that. Doesn't make me feel good. Hand logging only, Junior. You are bored, Junior, is what you are. You need to get a second job. Shredder, welcome in, brother. Great to see you. Porcupine needs an update, and he's already sent it to Giants. Shredder, if you don't mind, what was the update include? If you know. Now, see, Tony, that's okay. So Tony's talking about putting attachment points on. That's what I've said, that like mods need to have nodes, right? Like buildings should have nodes so you can attach other buildings. Like, why couldn't you put down two barns that attach and share a common wall? If they had nodes and you didn't have to worry about it, they could attach. If the vehicles had nodes that could attach stuff like that, or for recovery purposes. Like there's some basic interaction stuff we need to get down in Farm Sim so that things work well together and that there's a lot more universality to the mods.
Endless grass. Don't tell Muddy that.
Muddy logging? I seriously consider muddy logging for the Homestead 100 challenge. Benefits to being green. Vix, you're not on a late start. It's only been out since 4th of July. It's like a week and a half old. People will do it for a long time, Vix. You're totally good. No worries, Slick. I wish I'd been able to watch more. I actually, Slick, I said this earlier. I left you a comment that your mic was broken, and it turns out my sound was broken. It's like I've got like a synthesizer overlay on all my sound. It's like super electronic and sounds terrible. And just started like not because I watched your video, but that's when it started this afternoon, and I can't figure it out. I've swapped headphones. I've swapped inputs. Something's unhappy, so I hope that series goes well for you, Slick, and thanks for posting it and the promote yourself stuff. That's exactly what it's there for. Hopefully some people go check it out. Guys, Slick's video is posted there, and from what I was able to see for the time I was able to watch it, it looked great, so I would definitely go check it out. He got a subscribe from me and a thumbs up. So check it out. And guys, if you are creating content, make sure you're using that promote yourself channel. I think we had like 12 videos posted today. It was wild. It was fantastic to have so many people posting that stuff. It was just absolutely amazing. Judge, despise paying for water. Yeah, I hate paying for water. Hate paying for water. I won't comment, only listen in. Yeah, welcome to California. $150 a day tax on trailers. Exactly, Time. That's what it feels like. Endless grass. That's the problem on Porcupine. That's fantastic.
I was just saying, don't tell Muddy that.
Oh, Muddy and Hig. Hig wants to be the silage king. He'll just go over there driving circles.
Right.
You imagine just put the mower and then the tedder and then the baler and the cart and just driving a circle. It's endless hay bales.
I'd like to see the both of them on the map having mowing races or something. That'd be crazy.
It's the Muddy Hig challenge. First one to 1,000 bales with endless grass wins. You start with $100,000 so you can do it.
All right.
That'd be great. Yeah, Andrew. First off, Andrew, welcome in. Andrew P. I hear you about the property tax. I get that. It's not realistic. It's just not. Farmers are not taxed for the improvements on their land because they're not valuable compared to the crops. Yes, if you put in $1 million worth of improvements, you're going to pay some taxes. I get that. The other piece, Andrew, and I'm not calling you out because I get it, and I'm the first to say I would love to see an in-depth finance screen where there is property taxes, where there are utility taxes. If I popped up the screen and it said that I pumped 10,000 gallons of water out of my well and the electrical cost for that was $78.14, I'd be all in. But there's no continuity to the cost. There's no guidelines. I personally feel like Giants should at least tell modders, like, you can't have a $70,000 shed with a $100 a month fee on it and then have a $400,000 shed with a $5 a month fee on it. Like, that just doesn't, like, there has to be some continuity to those fees, and because they're all over the place, I'm just not interested. Yeah, so Shredder, infinite grass, got it. Oh, geez, switch to the PC. Phone's dying. At time I've said I need an audio guy. I would pay an audio guy to come and set up my stuff. I do not want to mess with it. It's not something I enjoy. My setup is not like complicated, but because I'm on dual PCs, like my audio I have audio from multiple PCs coming into the stream and into my headphones and everything else. Like it's just, and on top of it, the quality's not where I want it to be on the mic. Like I would absolutely pay an audio guy. When I get set up in Minnesota, it may be something I look at. I'd be willing to pay someone a couple $100 to come set it up once, save all the settings in a file for me, and then just move on because it's something I just do not enjoy dealing with. Junior, you have way more ability in Suno than I do. I started looking at some of the features of Suno for song making, like the editing stuff where you can like add bars to the melody and stuff. Like I'm like, guys, I failed at playing the piano as a kid. I'm the most musically uninclined person you'll meet. It is not my thing, so I couldn't help you there.
Just because I could beat things.
I was gonna say just wail on things, right? Avatar in the last ship. Nice, Andrew. Oh, you hear static, Andrew. That's interesting. OG, thanks for checking out Slick Stuff. Such a great community. I don't know what Hig did, if he went down the middle of this field or what, but, you know, we'll finish it up.
Yeah. You never know what Hig's thinking. Well.
That is true. And when I do, it doesn't often make sense. PM you on Discord? Sure. Oh, you're talking to Slick. Okay, perfect. There we go. Slick's picking up a couple of subs. Awesome. Yeah, and Buchanan, I actually have a full HDMI switch set up so that I can switch. I have a 2 PC 3 monitor setup, and I have a full HDMI and sound switch so I can switch all that stuff. And what I've found is that it's not worth it to me. So when we move and I reset up, which will happen a couple times over the next 30, 40 days, I'm going to remove all that. I'm just going to have 2 screens on my streaming PC, 1 on my gaming, and I'm going to get rid of all the switches and everything else and all the extra wires, because I have like a cable management thing on the back of my desk that I bought like off of Amazon, like a third-party thing, and I have so much crap in there I broke it. Like the metal bar is bent. There's so much weight in it, so definitely need to get something different.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. You said that. You've talked about that a couple of times, and I've often wondered what your wire management looked like. Now I know.
It's, you know what? I push most of it off the desk, so it looks semi-decent on the desktop. It's not. It's the wire management's not good. What I really want is the Secret Labs desk with the big cable management box at the back, but I think that's like $900, and that's just not. I can't justify a $900 desk when what I have works. It'd be great, but no thank you. Woody, welcome in. Stranger. Audio is not complicated. Just have 12 sources, 10 outputs, a 1 equalizer, and you set up mics. Yep, exactly. I mean, right now, because I'm lazy and I'm moving, my audio is coming out of my, what's the word I'm looking for? My USB mic to my ears. But my audio, my mic in is on another mic. So I actually have I have a second mic. Like here you can see this mic, not in use. It's just on my desk on an arm, just for sound. So I have some definite cleaning up to do, because with the new Wave mic, which I actually like the sound better, I need to get it tuned so it's cleaned up. And I've got a lot of the cutting out fixed, but not all of it. I need to, the headphones don't plug into the mic anymore. They plug into my Stream Deck, and I need a much longer cord that runs under my desk so that it's not over my keyboard. So, but that's just me being lazy.
Well, you know what they say, right, BP? You start cleaning stuff up, stuff stops working then.
That's literally... So low. Exactly to your point. When I installed my new mic, I had to route around. I had speakers on my desk, and there just wasn't room for them anymore. So I went to remove them, and there's like, you know, it's got like a power cord, it's got like a USB-C cord for the audio coming out, and then and like a headphone jack or something. I just unplugged all the cords from the speakers and threw them behind the desk because I knew if I went down there and tried to unplug them from the back of the PC, I'd bump something, and then something would be broken, and I'd have no idea where it was broken. I'd spend hours pulling the desk apart. So I'm 100% with you. If it's working, do not change it.
Unless you're moving, obviously, I guess. So,
yeah, when I pull it apart, I'll
that.
go through and I'll label everything. And I like to zip tie all my cords to length and everything else if I can. I'll probably go back and do a full setup again, but yeah, it's a mess. Eric, you going to bed? Have a good night, brother. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for the sub or for the membership, buddy. Appreciate it. And Eric, I'm excited for you to have your PC back. And, you know, you're welcome to join us. I certainly hope you do. It'd be a blast to have you in here, brother. Have a great rest of your week at work. And Eric, you know, as of Monday, 1 week from today, the 20th, I will be back in the office as well. So I'll be joining you in the corporate rat race. Not quite the corporate rat race, but it's more office than I like, but it's a good gig, so I'm not going to complain about it. But I will be back there with you. The music, the static's coming from the music. Is anyone else hearing static on the stream? Because that's the problem I'm having. Is it sounds like an 80s synthesizer playing through my music or through my headphones. I wondered about that myself. Cost for a shed versus another shed of equal dimensions with different cost to purchase plus upkeep. It just seems like they push a random number generator and go with it. Yeah. Old Grizz Gaming, first off, welcome in. Second off, that's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, it just feels random, you know, and it just doesn't work. I would love, like, the way it should work, if you want to do it the tax way, which I'm totally fine with, is that they take the value of your land. Like, the map maker should set the property tax rate and then run the mills, and there should be a script running in the background on the map, which you could do, that just basically says the land costs $100,000, shed costs $50,000, the mill rate is 3, you know, the taxes end up being, you know, $456 a year, and it's easy math. Like, that's what I do in real estate. Like, I help people with taxes and stuff on residential real estate. So, like, that's how it works in the real world, and that's how it should work in game, rather than like, yes, I put down a $70,000 shed and now I have a $400 a month fee. Like, no one would ever buy a $70,000 shed and pay $400 a month to use it. Like, no farmer would ever do that. That's just dumb. And I think that if you really want to get into it, a shed that has a shed that has water and electric should be on a different cost level than a wood framed shed, you know, that has no power, no water. I mean, those fees should be astronomically different. A shed without water or power that you could essentially cut down trees on your property to build and run through a mill should have zero upkeep. Zero. Every single time.
I agree.
I have the ability to make you a case for your wires. Woody, I think half the problem is my wire management is that they're in a contained space, and I can't see them. I really want I want to be able to, like, unplug and plug stuff, but I do appreciate that, and I may need it eventually. Let's see, where did I go here? I got myself turned around, looking at this field. I go left and then go right. Woody, I hope you're doing well, brother. How's the I don't want to call it an internship because that's not what it is, but you're with that door making company. How's that going, brother? Wire management is not managed. You know, every time I set something up, I'm like, I'm going to be really good about wire management today. And then this happens. The situation we're in now. Mighty, welcome in. I agree, Time. The best way to clean up is to move. I've been throwing stuff away all day. I got one of those giant 55-gallon drum trash cans, like the big black trash bags, up here in the office with me, just like, nope, haven't used this in a year. Nope, haven't used that in 6 months. Throw that away. Don't even know what that is. Yeah, Tony, if there's static, okay. That's the problem I'm having. I don't know why that is. So is the static coming through on my voice or on the game sound? Because it's all of my audio, like when I listen to a YouTube video, is coming through that way. Now, I got to think about which PC I was watching the videos on today, because it could be my capture card connection. Sounds like an 80s radio. Yeah, Vix, that's the issue I'm having. Okay, so it's coming through. How much do we want to do on stream? I don't think much. Say, I could start unplugging stuff on stream, but if it loses its connection and I have to restart, then the stream suffers. So, Slick, this one, I can show you, is the Case Patriot 4450. And it is... Did I go past it already? I don't think it's an in-game one. Let me see. It should be the top for Case, right? C for Case. I remember my alphabet. It must be the in-game one, because I don't have it on my mod list. You know what we could do? We could actually just go to the sprayers and just see, right? Let's see. Yield improvement.
Why do things the easy way, though?
That's a story of my life this week. I got to think here, guys. I'm talking and thinking and sprayers. Here we go. Yeah, so it must just be the in-game one. So it's just the in-game one. Stars and Stripes. There it is. That's the one. So it's just the in-game one there. Old Grizz Gaming playing the Homestead 100. Awesome, man. Old Grizz, do you have a channel, right? Am I remembering that correctly? Or you just enjoy playing it on your own? If you want to post your content either way, whether you make content or whether you're just playing, you're welcome to post your pictures of your stuff over in Discord. There's a great spot for it. Lots of people doing it. So glad you're enjoying this challenge and doing it with us. Yes, Tony, I agree. And I'm not blaming the modders. I do think that if you have a shed that has a multi-$100 fee on it, you probably should have a reason to justify that. I think modders should put a little bit of thought into it. But I really think it comes down to Giants to put some guidelines on there. Like I said, if the shed is wood and nails and screws and asphalt shingles, there should be no fee once it's built. Like, there's just no reason for that. On the music, clear as a bell. Okay, good to know, Grizz. Appreciate it. Andrew, I saw your comment and I read it and I didn't say anything. I ain't in the bar. I ain't in jail. I ain't pushing up the daisies, so I guess I ain't doing too bad. Andrew, that is a good measure of the day. By that measure, I'm having success as well. Okay, so it's not your voice. I think it's the music. So it's not the music, guys. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and yes, thank you for saying that. It's the sound coming from the gaming PC, I think, is the issue. Which means it's either the HDMI cable to the capture card, or the HDMI cable or the USB-C from the capture card to the streaming PC. So I got to play with those, and I'm afraid if I unplug one of them, it will then do that. My question to you guys is, I am happy to turn off the music in-game if it's distracting for tonight. If the music is not that bad, you guys let me know, because I can just drone on endlessly, as you guys know. I got no problem just talking, feeling self-important the whole night. So let me know if the music is bad, I will turn it off.
Brings everybody back to the 80s.
Yeah, seriously. Bowen, welcome back, buddy. Hey, Bowen, happy birthday, brother. I hadn't seen you since your birthday, July 9th. Bowen, I too had a birthday since we saw you. I think my birthday was probably much less exciting than yours, though. Thanks, Grizz. Gotcha. Woody, that sounds
Very
cool.
funny.
Okay, so everyone's in agreement. It's the gaming sound, not the mic, which makes sense because the mic's direct to the streaming PC, and the music's coming from the gaming PC. So it's got to be a bad cable, or I pulled something and wrapped a power cable around a sound cable, and now we're getting some electrical interference. Got it. Legit. Welcome in, brother. Hope you're doing great this week. Okay, because the other sprayer is my good friend's one. Just wondering. Slick, which you have a friend who mods who made a case? Which one? Oh, guys, okay. Old Grizz has a channel too. I thought you did. Yeah, make sure to check it out. Grizz, if you just ping me or Roderick, we'll make sure that you get the content creator tag over in Discord. Gives you a red name so folks know that you're a content creator and just can sort of see that visually when you post. If they want to check out your stuff, it's one more way to get recognized. So then that goes for anybody, guys. If you're over on my Discord and you're a content creator and you don't have the red tag yet, Rod is absolutely fantastic about doing that and keeping up on it, but we do occasionally miss some folks. Just ping me or ping Rod and we can add it real quick. That's no big deal, but we like to recognize content creators over there and expose everybody to all kinds of different people and content and everything else. So feel free to join and feel free to make sure you get the tag so that you get the recognition you deserve, and thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Slick, time to clock in. Adulting sucks. Slick, I hear you, brother. Have a good night, man. Appreciate you.
Good night, everybody.
I think either way we suffer. Junior, if you think you're suffering now, I can make it worse. Like, if you want to be clear, like, if you want to go down that road, we can do that. Thank you, Time. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed the 80s. I was a little younger in the 80s, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Vix, thanks for the flower. I blew here and there. All right, here's what we're going to do, guys. I am going to wiggle, not disconnect. I'm going to wiggle the cables on the capture card and see if that fixes the sound. We're just going to make sure they're nice and tight. Everything's in. And then I think I can even reach the back of the capture card on the back of the streaming PC and make sure it's tight too. All right, I've done the wiggles. I've done what I can reach without unplugging things, which I think is a bad decision during stream. All right, I am going to finish this contract out in true Hig fashion. Not going to leave this contract undone. However, I am soon to be off camera eating, so food smells good and I'm getting hungry.
Right.
We are all suffering in our own way. As all electricity in Ohio goes out. Time that would be just my luck this week, buddy. Because if the power went out, yeah. I couldn't keep packing because it'd be dark and I couldn't stream. So I'd just be sitting here aggravated. Adulting 1 out of 5. Do not recommend. Grizz, that's a high rating for adulting. I'd probably be lower than 1, but I'm with you as far as I would not recommend. Yeah. Unfortunately, I will look at it this week I'm only streaming again Wednesday. We're going to do SnowRunner again on Wednesday because it's easy. But I will look at it. I won't do anything in earnest until we get moved, because taking everything apart to try to fix it to then put it back together next week is probably not going to be a good use of time. Just hold my beer while I wiggle these wires.
I know. That's funny. I was trying to let you finish before I started laughing, but that was funny. Hold my beer.
Yeah. No, Time, first off, if I was going to wiggle wires with a beer, I wouldn't have anyone hold the beer because I'd have a higher chance of spilling the beer on the wires, which would only make the situation worse. Maybe hand me a beer so I can go wiggle these wires.
Right.
Good times had by all. Kind of worried right now. We'll be all good, Woody. We'll be all good. Yeah, I get to do one of my least favorite things in life on Saturday, which is tow a U-Haul trailer. Can't go lower than 1 star, not allowed. Adulting says no bueno. Well, Grizz, we don't make the rules. We're just stuck following them. I agree. You are going to look into adulting? I try not to, Time. I try to avoid it. It's still going to be fine. Oh, Woody, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I agree, Andrew. Yeah, U-Haul trailers are awful. I really enjoy driving, and I was looking forward to my drive. I was not planning on pulling a trailer Saturday out to Minnesota, but then the circumstances have started to develop, and having more things out there seemed like the right choice. And I got the big U-Haul trailer, the 6x12, which is a twin axle, which is ridiculous. It's a twin axle, and they tell me I'm allowed to put 2,400 pounds in it. I'm like, guys, if it's a twin axle, I should be able to put a Mack truck on it. But that's a different story. And they're heavy, and they don't pull well, and it's going to be miserable, but that's life. Oh, we're going to smack that tree.
Well, I've definitely had more than 2,400 pounds in those trailers numerous times, so.
Oh, yeah. And they're built like steel tanks. I mean, they're built to be anything, but it's just, I was looking at, they're like, because I told them, you go through and you do the booking and everything else, and like, tell us about your vehicle. I'm like, okay, I have a 1500 series truck, like, I'm fine to tow it, and I have a class 5 hitch and everything else. And like, oh, class 5 hitch, you can go up to 2,400 pounds. I'm like, I can assure you the first 12 items I put in there will go to 2,400 pounds.
Right. Yeah. That's why you just smile and nod. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yep. Years and years and years ago, I smoked the clutch on my big off-roading Jeep. I was coming down a hill. I was in low gear, in 4 low, and I was just creeping down this hill. And I got about halfway down, and just a gaggle of kids on dirt bikes came flying over a blind corner in front of me. Like, jumped the trail I was on. And so I locked it up, and I started skidding down the hill. And as I gained momentum, I had to get off the brakes because I was sliding down the hill, not driving. I couldn't steer. And then I started rolling, which of course picked up more speed. So I tried to get back into gear to slow it down, and it just being in 4 low at, whatever speed it was at that point, smoked the clutch. But the point of the story is, my old man had to come. I was like stuck 5 hours from the house, and he had to come. He went and picked up one of those car dollies and told him he was going to go tow a Honda Civic. And we had to get my 4-door Jeep on 40-inch tires on the car dolly, which involved strapping it on top of the fenders. The wiring harness from the thing from U-Haul was shot, and he didn't pay attention, and it dragged on the way down to pick me up. So the wires were exposed. The lights were blinking like a Christmas tree. So when the state trooper pulled us over at 3 a.m. with the tires on top of the fenders and the lights blinking, he was kind enough to escort us to a side pull-off and allow us to fix the wiring harness, which I pulled the thing out. I didn't even look at it because my dad just showed up with it, right? And I didn't even look at it. The wiring harness was 12 feet long. It was a 4-pin, 12 feet long. So I cut 10 feet out of it and just wire nutted it all together from my repair kit for my Jeep. And we went home the rest of the way. I was like, yeah, that's just how that one's going to work, guys. Supposed to be home that night. Got back at like 5 in the morning. Had to go to work the next day. It was a good adventure.
Yeah. Conversation piece for a few days, I would imagine.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You had one flip one time? A Jeep, Woody? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Grizz, I hate U-Hauls. Hate them. The trucks, the trailers, the dollies. Every single thing they rent is garbage. Like, when we do the big move, I'm going to Penske, and I'm getting a 26-foot box truck with a lift gate. I'm not doing a ramp. Everything's going up and down on a lift gate. I don't care if it takes longer. It's easier on my back. I don't have to push and pull stuff. The commercial trucks have tie downs. I have my own straps. Like, it's just so much better than everything they ever have at U-Haul.
I thought about going that route on our last move. Penske truck.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up going U-Haul, though, but...
We have a big commercial Penske lot, like, maybe 20 minutes from here, that does, like, where people go, like, they rent trucks to go, do Amazon deliveries and stuff commercially. And so we have, there's just always, they probably have 50 commercial trucks. They have reefer trucks. They've got, like, the refrigerated box trucks. They got, like, they got everything. So just go down there, pick up a nice 26-footer. They're always relatively new because they're, like, a regional hub or something. So... Okay. We did wholesaling for government liquidation stuff for years to make some extra cash. So I rented the trucks from there a whole bunch. We had a good time with them.
I'm sure that'll work out well.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Just remember, once you let the smoke out of the wires, you can't put it back in. Yeah, okay, Camo. Zipless Gaming, welcome in.
stranger.
From Holy Cross with your Jeep. That sounds awesome, brother. I miss my Jeep. I'm thinking our oldest is going to be driving. So with the move to Minnesota, they get their temps at 15 instead of 15 and a half. So she'll be driving in October instead of next year. So, and she's going to get my truck because it's got 115-ish thousand miles on it. And if she hits something, it's big enough she won't get hurt, and it's, you know, it'll be a write-off at that point. I'm debating. I really like the LJs. Thinking about trying to find an LJ and just do a mini build on it, like put some 35s on it, which means I'll go to 37s, and I'll do just a little lift, which means I'll go to a long arm. You know, and then it won't be a good daily driver, which I did my last Jeep, and you know, we'll just go that route. But that's, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll just drive that around since I won't be doing a lot of freeway miles anymore. And if we got to do freeway, I'll take my truck back from her. But around town, I'd love just a little straight 6 LJ. Oof. Be a lot of fun. Be a good time. So I don't drive dirt roads. You flipped a U-Haul. Oh my.
Wow.
I think so, Grizz. But you know, it's my idea, so I'm inclined to think it's a good one. I think that's, what do they call that? Confirmation bias. I shouldn't be the one judging the quality of my own ideas. As far as I'm concerned, I've never had a bad idea. I've had ideas that didn't work out well, but never had a bad idea. All right, this one has lime. Is there... I thought we had 2 of these. Is the fertilizer one somewhere else? Yeah, lift gates are lifesavers, I agree. The thing is, Andrew, the old school U-Hauls, like the ones from the 80s, were not built poorly. They were built like brick shit houses, which they're so heavy and I mean, they'll last forever, but they're just not good vehicles. I mean, they're good for the wear and tear they get. The new ones are all junk. My brother moved years ago, and he at the last minute checked the insurance box on his U-Haul truck, and as he was leaving the little town he lived in, there was a storm and there was a low-hanging branch, and he opened up the fiberglass roof on the U-Haul about 10 feet from the cab back, like just sheared it right off on a branch.
Wow.
And he drove the rest of his trip because it was dry and the weather was good, and he returned it and he's like, it's got a sunroof. Zipless. All right, buddy. I hear you. And I raise you 6.5 inches of lift, 40s, full hydro, sleeve gusseted knuckles. I hear you, buddy. I loved my JKU. I drove the living daylights out of it. I drove it on the road. I drove it off-road. Drove it to Colorado. Yes, I am all in. But a JKU is way too expensive right now to buy a used one. So let's go with an LJ. Plus 4 doors. I loved it when we had it because actually my kids, like I have pictures of my daughter in her car seat with the rear doors off and her just squealing, having a great time. But Jeep should have 2 doors long term. And I loved my 4-door. Loved it. But no, I put the lime and the coconut over here. You know, guys, we're gonna do that thing that time calls cheating, because if I leave this lime in the lake, it's not gonna get put away. So that's how that's going tonight.
I didn't know that, Camo. Thanks.
Yeah, Zipless. I loved my JKU. Loved it. Oh, I would have loved that. 26 for 8-liner box truck with liftgate. Oh, gee, that'd be fantastic. They just don't rent Tony and Chrissy trucks. Time I'd take Chrissy's Chevy. The K30 cross country would be a great drive. Window down, Radio dial on
Absolutely.
something, some country music. Be fantastic.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Zeppelin. Welcome in.
Howdy, stranger.
Just wanted to say hi. Your Homestead series on Frontier got me into FS25, and I'm having a great time with the game. Awesome. Love to hear that. Welcome to the
That's
community.
cool, ain't it?
Yeah, make sure you check out the Discord. I'm going to put the game and the Discord in there. Hit the game button first. That's my bad. But yeah, check out Discord. We got a great community over there. So glad you're here and so glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, so Zipless, I did 4.5 to 37s. And then, you know, guys, I'm not paying attention. I'm talking too much. I did 4.5 to 37s. And then I did a 2-inch spacer lift to get to the 40s. I did a combination. I started with the AEV lift because I was planning on doing a little bit of like cross-country, backcountry camping type stuff and not riding it hard. Then I got pretty hard into trail riding and rock crawling and did the 40s, full sleeve, gussets, knuckles, hydro assist steering. Yeah, it was geared it down to, I got cryoed 538s in it so the thing would just crawl anything. I loved that JKU. Put a whole bunch of time and money into it. Oh, we have no fertilizer in here. I did see something about that camo. Is it an update to his existing mod pack or is it new mods? I couldn't tell you a chance to look at it. Did okay, the new one's useless? Okay, Gris, gotcha. Silly boy Jeeps are for girls. I mean, I'm not going to say Jeep girls are fun, but Jeep girls are fun. Solid fert. Let's make it rain. Losing money. Zipless, that sounds fantastic. I would love you to post some pictures over in the truck section of Discord. I'd love to see your rig. That sounds like a sweet rig. And that's a sweet spot where you're at, like with the lift and the setup and everything else. Like you can absolutely drive it every single day, but you also can go anywhere you want off-road. That sounds like a fantastic setup. Mine on 40s at the end, it was a tough daily driver. 538s in town was rough. It was not great. All right, let's see. We got 16 and 35. Let's head up to... Where's 16 and 35? They're both super far from the farm, so when we need more supplies, we're going to be out of luck. CRVs, nice. Yep, did those too. Oh, gee, I love my Ram. Say, that's going to the daughter.
New pack. Nice. Have to check that out.
This is all metal cloak. That's some good stuff. That's good stuff, Zipless. I like that. Men drive early Broncos. Time, I've said I'd love a pre-computer Chevy. Probably extended cab or even standard cab with a big bed. I'd probably, if I had my choice of a daily driver, it'd be a bench seat Chevy, standard cab with an 8-foot bed, clean, good body work, and then I put just a little lift and maybe some 35s on it. Throw a manual in there, and
Absolutely.
just drive that around town. If there's a problem, you find the loose wire, you reconnect the loose wire, you move on with your day. Sort of like my streaming setup. We gotta find the loose wire, connect the loose wire. We're all good. Here's my Discord, Zipless. Thank you, Tony. You got it before I did. Beaton, welcome in.
What's going on, B?
stranger?
And OG got Discord. Hey, Grizz, thanks for hanging out, brother. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
$1969 GMC 3/4 ton. Manual on the column. Nice. I got a 53 Pontiac 3 on the tree. Working on that. I got to get some electrical gremlins worked out, but mechanically and body-wise, it's currently in good shape. But there's a little, the electrical is just not quite where it needs to be. The battery tends to die on me, but it's also because I can't find the right battery for it. I got to really find somebody with the right battery.
Junior.
It's been posted 4 times in the last couple of minutes. Yeah, you know, we're getting it done. In the streamer? I mean, Time, what are we going to do when we find that? What do we do when we find my screw loose? Are you certified to fix it? Because if so, I'm all in. But many have tried. No one succeeded yet. I saw a picture, I think it was like a Facebook Marketplace ploy, but it was a Miata on 35s. The guy was doing like dirt track Miata. That thing looked great. That'd be a blast if I could fit in a Miata. Maybe we took the back wall out and I sat in the trunk.
I watched a video years ago of somebody who slammed a 350 in one of those. I think it was a 350. I don't remember how they did it now, but
the Miata just sort of is a Swiss Army knife of cars. You can sort of just, you know, you can make a race rig out of it. You can make a show rig out of it. You can do a street car. You can, they take off-road parts pretty well, drop a big motor in them. They're easy to work on. They're relatively cheap. As I said, I'd never fit in one, but you got it, Beaten. Just the hardcore guys in here, me and Low. Most likely the same screw loose. It's probably true, Time. It's probably true. But hey, how much fun would life be if we were all working and, you know, working as intended, fully functional? Camo, I thought you were moving to Louisiana and driving trucks with Muddy.
oh gee, I've heard that too.
Good to know. I'm a little bigger than you, OG, but I could fit. I might. Who knows?
Yeah, I've heard they're way down on the ground and they stretch. You got the seats all stretched out in them and everything. So, yeah. How tall are you, BP?
6'5".
Good Lord. You're a big fella.
Yeah, most days.
Right.
I mean, I graduated high school at 250, and it was lean. I've never been a small individual. Not 250 anymore, let's be clear about that, but... Yeah, I mean, I think my high school varsity hockey roster, I was listed at 248.
Yeah. That'll work.
Is that what they call functional alcoholics? Same type of idea. Minus the alcohol, Andrew. Just dysfunctional individual, I guess. Ah, Beaten, yeah, you had those problems. Duct tape of cars? Yeah, makes sense. Whew. Oh, gee, you're like a Ethiopian runner. So my brother's taller than I am. He's like 6'6", and he's gotten into marathoning in his older age as an adult, which I think is a terrible decision. But you know, it's his thing, and so he's trying. He's 6'6". He's trying to be a $180. And I was like, buddy, that's with our genetics. I don't think that's gonna happen. But
yeah.
On a good day, I'm 6'7", 425-ish. On the bad day, how short are you, Andrew? Cludius McFarland's drag car build from the seats are all the way on the ground as far back as possible to go. Okay, cool, Junior. I'll have to look that up. 5'11", 230. Somehow I managed to merge this save and legits together, so I had to redo them. Beaten, only you could do that. Andrew, that's why he didn't fit in that one truck for that job. 6'7". I mean, I struggle with 6'5", buddy. You got to be... I can feel your pain. So both of you have a screw loose. You know, time once again, if I have a screw loose, I think I've done pretty well in life. That's on a bad day. Nice, Vix. I am actually, as weird as that sounds, I am actually, like, trying to work towards being able to get back to splitting wood. It is an activity I really enjoy. Having both shoulders and both wrists redone, it's a long journey, and the impact is really hard. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm in good enough shape to swing the axe. I don't know if the impact would leave me maimed for, you know, the repetitive hard impact would just leave me maimed in the upper body for several weeks.
You wouldn't feel that until after you were done, next day or something.
Yeah, that's when you roll over like in the morning, you're like, why do I feel like I died?
Yeah. What was I thinking?
Yeah, like this was a bad idea. Not like when you're in your 20s where you drink all night, hit the gym on the way to work in the morning, work a 12-hour shift and go back to drinking. You're like, yeah, this was a fun weekend. Currently pricing up the move and putting everything on Marketplace. All right, Camo. Sounds good. I don't even try to find my loose screws. Split wick on my bandsaw. Yeah, Andrew, it's the ongoing goal. Junior, you're just a beanpole, a whip of a thing. Oh, Vix, absolutely. That's what I love about it. Give me a nice splitting axe or a maul and a sledge. Like, just, it's... The place we have out in Colorado, the previous owner was a little old lady who I'm fairly certain died there, but that's irrelevant to the story. So the property is 3 acres, but it hadn't been taken care of. And the back of the property is a fairly substantial hill down to a creek. And a ton of trees were down on the hill. And so over the past 4 years, we've been pulling up 2 to 3 trees every time we're out there for a month. And getting them up the hill, cutting them and getting them up the hill takes a day or two. Getting them stacked and then split takes a day or two. And the first couple batches, I was splitting by hand with an axe. And then I actually blew my shoulder out in Colorado one of those trips. It wasn't doing the wood, it was doing some other stuff. And so we've had to rent a log splitter for the past couple of years, and it gets the job done. I mean, a log splitter is highly efficient, but nowhere near as therapeutic as swinging an axe as hard as you can. So hopefully someday. Gotta go beat up the roommate's nephew. Okay. I mean, beating. I hope we don't have any mandatory reporters in here. Good luck with that. Junior, if I got back down to 155, I'd be a corpse.
Good Lord.
I think that might have been a middle school weight for me. I think I entered high school at $190.
I mean, entered middle school at 155.
Yeah. I can send you some way if you want. Get time. This stream is not an accurate representation of adults in the U.S. I don't think Camo's looking for an accurate representation of adults. I think he just wants to be done with this whole situation in Australia. That's awesome, Vix, man. I wish you the best of luck with that. Oh, the pics, Zipless? I'll look at them. I'll look at them after stream. Thanks for posting them, man. I love looking at pictures of Jeeps. Zipless, if I can find some, I'll post a couple to my old rig. And then I got a buddy who, if I can find his story, they published his Jeep. He stretched a TJ. No. he stretched a YJ and put a scrambler grill into it, full custom body panels, everything else. The guy's a fabricator. Absolutely stunning rig. And he's a bit of a mechanical genius as well. He had onboard inflation deflation. He had front and rear suck down winches. The thing was an absolute, I mean, just monster build. And if I can find the publication story to that, I'll try to post it for you as well. I think he has a Facebook page where he posted all of his progress, but that Jeep was a 1%er for sure. All right, let's get on some GPS here, guys, so that I can get some food in my boca. And we're going from 0 to 1. No, we want to go to -1, so let's get that switched over. Get that turned on, get that going, and I'll be with you guys for the first headland. Why are we going so slow? Please go faster. And if this works, then I will be eating my dinner while we get some done. That's the problem with projects, Woody. There's always something to be done. Well, Camo, we'd love having you here. If it's a good fit for you, hopefully it all works out.
Absolutely, Camo. Yeah, man.
It'll be great. Camo will do all this. He'll move over here, and he'll get a job driving trucks at night, so he's not available to be in the States now. He's in the same time zone as everybody else. That's what'll happen. Be like, son of a... How did I get stuck into this again? All right, let's see.
Like, what the hell did y'all talk me into? Probably nothing. I'm sure he's making that choice on his own, but you know, we're all yeasting it up nicely, you know?
Yep. Camo and Junior living together, the ultimate bachelor pad. Watch out.
That's hilarious.
Let's see. Need to check one more thing.
Watch real quick. Got turned in the wrong driveway. Maybe. Yep.
All right, let's see how this guy goes. This field on this angle is going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm actually taking BP. Oh my, Junior. Well, Junior, I wasn't making an advance on you, just to be clear. Because if I did, you wouldn't be able to resist it.
Resistance is futile.
Exactly. At least the foundation you shop, sweet, Woody. All right, well, camera off. I'm gonna eat for a little bit. You got to pay extra to see that, guys. I'll leave the mic on. Maybe you can hear me chew. It'll be great. Nothing like chewing noises. That's a great sound.
All right. Next.
See you, Vix. Thanks for hanging out, brother.
Good night, everybody.
See you later, Vix.
You would, Junior. You would pay extra.
Okay.
Same thing as always, time. Adult chicken nuggets with hot sauce ranch.
say that like there's something wrong with it.
Nothing. Eat it a couple times a week. It's easy. It's fast. It's hot. Protein.
That's right. That's right. What you do with that sprayer?
It's in the big shed backed in. I think on the left edge if you're walking down towards
Yeah.
it.
Means I got to get out of the JCB.
No.
I remember, Camo, you got called in that one night to your old job. What'd you make, like $250 for 3 hours of work or something doing the welding? We probably need skill. I mean, I shouldn't say we need skilled workers here, particularly blue collar jobs like welding and that kind of stuff. So probably wouldn't be a bad option for you.
Yeah.
Or be underwater time.
If you want to grab them 2 filing contracts, I'll do them. I know they're not the best money, but between the 2 of them, it'd be fair money. Thank you. And I get to get back in the JCB.
Done and done.
I really don't feel like sewing. That's good money, but
It's just so boring.
I know.
200 an hour for that work. I remember that story, Camo. I remember that night. You were in stream and then you left and came back.
Do it. 9 and 28. Nice. Across the field over there. Work. And we're off.
Better than you than me, Woody. That's too early. Night, Woody. Thanks for hanging,
Night,
brother.
everybody.
Good to see you.
Yeah, Nightwood. Woodhaven.
All right, guys, I am back. I have to run and take care of something. I'm going to leave this guy running. I'll be back in, let's call it 5 minutes. And I'll see you guys then.
All right. But Junior, that's not every day for you, is it?
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss? Anything exciting happen?
Nope. Ain't been 5 minutes yet. Go back and do it again.
Yeah, this could be. May have to be, but it should be good for the rest of the stream.
No, you didn't miss nothing. Junior talking about his lucrative work schedule over here, but that's about it.
I was gonna say, working at restaurants, making some good money is what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I mean, Lowe and I are at $477,000. We got some. We got some
What's been
money in the
problem,
bank.
VP? Let me know.
I was gonna say, we'll just burn right through it. All righty, let's see. While that's working in the background, I mean, God, there's this $96,000 liming contract. I don't know what month it is. It must be September. Nope, it's October, I say, because we're not getting out of this month, whatever it is.
I guess I should have asked. Do we have a second spreader? Because I thought about asking you for that contract, but I thought you might be the only one with the spreader. So
I thought I bought two. Let me check.
I didn't look, so we might.
Yeah, I felt like I
Should've
bought
looked.
2, but I only found the 1. Yeah, we have 2.
I mean, I can pull out of this one real quick and get on that if you'd like.
No,
I don't mind.
we've got plenty of time. That one's on
Okay.
a tractor at a field. I don't know where,
Gotcha.
but it is.
Okay.
You were good before you left? True. True, true, true. All right, so we're allowed to flip fields. The problem with that is there's only the 2 of us. And we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
How about this $900 Deadwood contract? That seems worth picking up. Not really. All right, so the contracts we picked up are the contracts we need to get done. That'll make us some money. Let's take a look at the map. Let's let's do some soul searching for a new piece of land. So field 50 was one I was thinking about flipping. 158,000. We got a $47,000 discount. It's red beets, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yep. So we could pick that one up pretty easy. In addition, let's see. I mean, 36 is red beast, but I think it's way too much money. Yeah, we don't have. Low and I are making good money, but we ain't 1.2 million rich. Field 19 is carrots, people's favorite thing for me to do. And that one we could afford thanks to Lowe's hard work on those cultivating contracts. If only there was a map somewhere that would show you where it is. I know, time. I know. Imagine if that existed. So we could buy and keep Field 19, which is close to the farm. Wouldn't be a bad outcome. Just means we got to get to the carrots. Should we flip Field 50 first? It seems like a lot. If we had a third guy in here, we would get that going. But right now, we're running contracts. Yeah, see this tractor right here. Oh, so I think the 2-track Fendt is on Field 35, which is a fertilizing contract. So yeah, there's another. That's the other field I was going to, so that's where it is. All right, so I think we wait and see how the night turns out, but I think we flip 50 and then we buy 19 afterwards. I think that's the way to do it. Give me 3 hours.
Yeah.
I got to get back to packing, Cam. I don't want to have 3 hours.
So I'll jump on. What was that? No, not 19. Up there where that tractor is. I'll jump on that.
35.
Next.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm done with these plow jobs.
Sounds good. And then what was Field 14? That's got to be a plowing, right? No? Oh, 14 is sowing spelt. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, Field 25. I just want to make sure that we don't have any like crop in a bin or anything down. Where is 25? 15, 35, 18, 14. I mean, 25's got to be somewhere in here, right? 28. You guys are all looking at it and seeing it and screaming at me. Going right by it. It is Field 25, right? That's complete? No. Oh, Field 9 plowing is complete.
3 hours.
I know. Yeah, it is Field 25, which is right by 49. Where is that? 25. Okay, so 25 is done. We're just going to collect it, guys, and hope for the best. I don't know.
20.
Maybe there's stuff in there. Maybe there's not.
Well, you collected, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing. So
Yep.
28. Right? 28 at.
For plowing, yep.
Okay. I ain't far either.
Nah.
Kind of worked out.
Nah, it's all working out. While that's going on, what we can do, like most farmers, just look at the auction while we're in the tractor working. See what we got in the sale. What good old Rod found for us. I like the sky of the sulky spreader. It's one of my favorites because I think it does a 54 meter working width. No, it does a 50. This one goes up to 50 meters, guys. If you've not played with the sulky, it's a great little fertilizer spreader. And if you do just a quick XML edit, it can hold a whole heck of a lot. So that's a good little tweak. Ooh, we got another dual track Fendt. That would be fun, but not really justifiable with only 2 of us on here. The Toyota's 53,000. What's the Toyota look like? Woo!
A toy.
She actually looks like an Aussie truck. This could be Camo's truck. Look at all these lights.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a bad looking little truck. What's hanging in the...
Not bad.
I can't even tell what that
I can't either.
and the cowboy hat's like completely silver.
Is that a... No.
It looks like a thimble from Monopoly or something, like one of the metal characters. Got the sunroof, got the light bars. It's a decent looking truck. We don't need it, but it's a decent looking truck. And there's another harvester we don't need. This is one of my favorite windrowers, the Anderson. Love that one. Such a good little windrower. All right, anything in the regular sale? Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we sold that last time because it didn't. The header was picking up, what was it, peas last time?
Yeah.
But the machine wasn't
I remember
collecting them. So that was our old one. Come on, little Fent. You can do it. Working the contracts. Like I said, any of you guys members got a PC? Jump on in. We got plenty of spots.
Come on, plenty of spots. I mean, work or... Yeah,
Yep.
that's it.
Lots of things. Lots of tractors, too. Let's see. I am 63% done with this field, and we're getting done. We should be... Is the toys truck still on the roof? I think it is time. If it was at the shop, we should be able to see it on the map. Let's see. That's the farm. Hold on. This toy truck? Yeah, still on the roof. And then they got the Myrtlo in there. And then what do we have at the shop? The Workstar flatbed. I thought I bought a telehandler last, or a manatee last episode to move those pallets. Must not
Do you
have.
remember that? I thought I remember it anyway.
I mean, I talked about doing it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. Let's see. I don't think I must not have. How much is a little manatee? Because we got all those pallets that can be maneuvered as well. I mean, not that you and I are going to have time to do it, but somebody could come in and do it. There's a little manatee, 37,000. Got to go with the full blackout windows so you can't drive it in cab. That's my favorite. $250 to make it totally undrivable on in cab first person. And the interior should go to black as well. That's a good looking little manatee. Chris, you have a great night, darling. Appreciate you hanging out.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Chrissy.
Yeah, I said we purchase it. We need it.
Somebody will. We
Yep.
don't, but...
Cowboy, welcome in.
Hey, cowboy.
Time, no. I have done nothing with Willow. It will probably sit where it is now until I get set up and get some time under my belt after the move. We got to figure out where that series is going and what we're doing to get everything back to where the server's happy again. And it's going to take some testing and some adjusting and some loading and unloading and turning on the server and turning off the server and all that kind of stuff. And quite frankly, that's just not something I'm going to make a priority right now, because it'll be a task that I don't particularly enjoy. And if I'm sitting there doing that instead of getting the stuff done I need to do to get moved, it will be, could punch a screen out. Could happen. So better to wait until there's a little bit of downtime. Plus, I suspect, like I said earlier, I'm going to stream Wednesday. We're doing SnowRunner. I probably will not schedule any streams next week on Sunday like I normally do. Like I normally release my schedule. I probably won't have any live streams on the video schedule this upcoming week, with the hopes that if I can get up there and get everything set up and the internet's good and I have a chance to do a test stream, like even just 20 minutes to see how it does, that I may try to do a stream at the end of the week, like either a Friday night or a Sunday. Have to sort of figure out what the kids' schedule is and the wife's schedule is with work and camps and everything else to see if, you know, if I need to be around Friday. Because the wife's still working. I mean, she's full-time. Her job's remote, though, so she's up there this week with the kids and everything they need. She's got to take time off work to go driving places, so I got to be available and help with that kind of stuff. So
Nice.
we'll figure all that stuff out. But yeah, I'm hoping to do a stream the end of next week, but I don't want to commit to it until I know I can do it. So with that in mind, then there's no point in trying to get more series up and running because, you know, there just isn't. I won't stream them even if the server's back up. So, and I'm hopeful the week after that I'll be able to get back to a regular streaming schedule. I also suspect that that will involve 3 days a week. I'm debating removing the Sunday afternoon stream. It's one that I enjoy, but it's eaten up a ton of the weekend time. And if I'm going to be in the office, sort of more 9 to 5-ish, even though it's probably more likely going to be 8 to 6 for a while, I probably should have the weekend spent with the family a little bit more. So be figuring all of that out. All new, fun, and exciting things. And by the time I get settled in there and everything else, it will be Labor Day, right? Memorial Day is in May. Got to keep my holidays right. And right. I believe, I have to look at my schedule, but I believe Homestead 100, episode 9, which is my final episode, releases Labor Day week. Which means there could be a new series starting Labor Day weekend, because I like to start my new series on holiday weekends. And that would be a challenge series, would be my guess. So I got to put some time into figuring that out, like we talked about tonight. Maybe some version of the muddy challenge with all the... We had a ton of good ideas. Like some of those ideas we talked about earlier tonight should be put in the like idea bank to be saved for another stream or another challenge if it doesn't work out for this one, because we came up with some good stuff. I mean, Lo was talking about the animals. Vix was talking about like tiering the productions. Camo had like a, you know, you get $1 million and you got to start and this type of thing. Like there's some good, there are probably too many good ideas to run into one challenge, but definitely things I want to keep in mind because I think there's a lot out there, and the challenge series are, I mean, so far the first one's been very well received and been a ton of fun. Missouri River Bottom, MRB. Is P near that?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Time. Now you're... Yeah, MRB gets turned into hi, H-I, by the Google Translate from Asian or whatever it is. So, yeah. Hi, time. Missouri River Bottom. Let's see. Missouri River Bottom drops on Saturday. So right now the schedule is Homestead Challenge 100 on Tuesdays, Elk River on Thursdays, which, guys, I recorded episode 24 today, and I finally got into the crude oil mod. Oh boy, am I excited. That thing, I think that's going to be a ton of fun. And then Missouri River Bottom drops on Saturdays. And as I said, I am recorded out on Homestead 100 till its end, which will be the first week of September, as I said. And I'm recording every day this week to Thursday, which will mean the recorded video should be done through next week. So even if I can't record next week with the new job and everything else, the video should maintain, and then I should be able to get back on track for the week after next. So my hope and plan is that the recorded content is uninterrupted in its normal 3-video scheduled release. Hig, the question is, how far are you from home? Because if you're 3 hours like Camo, I mean, I'm just saying, probably not too helpful. Plus, Hig's been working to feed horses all day. 45 minutes. Yeah, Higgy, I doubt we'll see you tonight, brother. You'll literally be logging on as I'm ending stream. Gonna go about 3 hours tonight. Got another 45-ish minutes. That's a problem, Higgs. See horses that kept you from playing Farm Sim today. And did the horses appreciate it? Probably not. Hig's also doing the Homestead 100. I mean, Hig might be doing the Homestead 5000, to be honest. He's taking, they will come winter. Yeah, you tell me, Hig, if they say thank you. Worse than ungrateful children.
One
100 episodes. Hig,
I'm slow starting mine too, though.
I believe it. Yeah, but it's always a slow start with a chainsaw and a truck. It's a grind. You got to find some momentum. You got to get some stuff going. There's like a financial threshold you got to hit to be able to do stuff effectively enough to make money. So it's no big deal. But think of all the glue he keeps in process. That's a problem. Time they keep their horses. Been trying to think of how to work Muddy's name into the challenge name if we're going to do something with productions. Like the Muddy Production Challenge or something.
Yeah.
Something. Got to make sure he gets credit. It was his idea and it was a good idea. Because that was actually his suggestion we were talking about what we're going to do on Willow.
Mm-hmm.
And Willow is a heavy role play playthrough. Fewer rules, more role play stuff. Yeah, hey, we got to get you a truck you can't roll. We'll get you training wheels. Yeah, Camo, if you're still listening, if you could work on some training wheels for Higgs GMC, that'd be great. That'd be so funny to actually like real life size training wheels on a truck. They have those. There's who was it? Was it Pierce? There was a fire truck manufacturer that had a EVOC course, Emergency Vehicle Operations Center or whatever it was, or whatever. And they replaced the outriggers for like a ladder, because most of the trucks have a provision for outriggers on them for the fire trucks, with deployable training wheels. And the whole point of the training course was like to try to get the truck to lean on the training wheel, so you knew where the balance point was, where the tip point was, and everything else. There was some cool videos of guys like really getting those trucks to lean over. So only rolled it twice. And what episode are you on, Hig? 3? He's further along than that.
I'm on 3. Three streams though, but
agreed. Time. And I actually think they're picking up now. I almost wonder. Hig thinks he's on 7. He's not even sure. He's concussed from rolling his truck. He doesn't know where he is, guys. Do not let Hig go to sleep. We got to put him on a concussion protocol. Yeah, Time, I agree. The winter is definitely better. I also feel like, in some regard, that I might be saturating my market a bit much, or my community a bit much, with 3 videos and 4 lives. Like my viewership, which is not a metric that I worry a ton about. Like, I shouldn't say worry at all about it, actually. It's not a metric that I am concerned about whether it's good or bad. But my views were going down on my lives, like, pretty consistently. I think part of that was summer, for sure. And then I also think it's just like sometimes it's just too much. Like, I'm thinking of maybe going to 3 streams, drive this. Because like now that I'm down to 2 streams, like tonight, I can tell you already the view count's going to be up. It's going to be up a lot compared to normal. So, you know, just got to tease you guys a little bit, keep you wanting more. Play hard to get. Hig, how many pieces of land do you own now?
Shoot, Money owns a good amount of land too.
Yeah. I think, and that's the part, like I would never buy another piece of land in a challenge like that.
I don't
And
plan to either.
And that's not a judgment call. Like, I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I
No.
just like to me, I look at
Yep.
them, it's like, this is about like, you know, squeezing every ounce out of like what you have. Like, you got to get the most out of everything. And then Hig and Muddy are like, nah, we're just going to be silage barons. We're going big. Like, we're just going to own everything. Own the map challenge.
Yeah.
Here we go. 100 horsepower.
100 horsepower, hand pushables, all
Yeah.
that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a 400-acre field with a hand plow. I'll be back in 3 days. Like RL 3 days. Only 2 beers, Hig. This is getting lubricated. This is definitely a testament to not having the Alt-0 keys. Should have put the poll up instead of flipping fields. Good time. Could Lowe and I hire workers? That's why I should have done the poll for tonight. We could have all these contracts done if we were hiring workers.
I like it.
We could just be supervising.
Farm
we could
managers.
be sitting
Point
around
here, point
the campfire, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes. Yes. Definitely could.
I truly believe that for your sake, it may be worthwhile to have another person to tag team. That way you could get a little more break. On the lives, you're saying, time? During the weeks? During the week? And that's part of, like, that's part of the reason I went to SnowRunner. I just knew that with everything I had going on, like this stream, we turn on the server, we play, it's a great time. Like, I'm having a good time tonight. Hope you guys are too. You know, like, just come on. This is just sort of like, you know, just play Farm Sim if you want. Like, you know, Lowe's like, I don't want to sew. Okay, great. I don't want to either. That's why that contract's been sitting there. You know, we do what we want to do.
Right.
We have some fun. Like, you know, you relax. But some of the other streams, like, take some getting used, like, getting prepped for. Like, you can't just turn on the server and go do them. I was telling that to some of the guys the other night, like, Yukon and Willow, like, there's a number of hours every week that go into getting ready for those streams, making sure the mods are right, adding new things, like the granny surprise, you know, getting everything done and loaded up. And that's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm not upset about it. But if I don't have the time to do that, and I'm asking other guys to put time in for my stream, that doesn't sound right. And two, like, those series won't do well without those details being done. You know, they really require, like, having that level of commitment to them. And I just want to make sure that when I have the time to do it, we'll go back to them. But when we don't, it's not worth it. In a very heavy cattle trailer? Yes, sir. OJ, welcome back, brother. Good to see you. How you been? Is this guy gonna make it all the way down here? I don't think he is. Ooh, we're gonna let him ride. We're gonna let him ride. Let's see what happens. Okay, I gotta fold it up. We're just gonna keep him on course. Let's see if he clips these trees. Hope you're doing well, Jay. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Night, Andrew.
everybody.
We're going full
Hi,
tilt.
Andrew.
If we hit a tree, we hit a tree, guys. That's just the way life's gonna be. Roll the dice. They fall where they fall.
All right. That's right.
Going that well, Jay, huh? I know you've been struggling with some of the stuff. I was hoping it was going better for you, but if it's not, I'm sorry, brother. Nah, sorry to hear that, Jay. And since this isn't Higgs Field, when we finish a contract, I'm done. I'm not as polite as a Canadian. Andrew, I didn't even see what you posted above that. Blueberries and cherries, 200 cases and 100 cases. Wow. That just sounds interesting.
Even been started by. Why'd he come up here with a quarter tank of fertilizer?
Lowe's like, I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't make sense to me. Well, Jay, you're always welcome to hang out. I'm going to work on the headlands on this field because I don't think they've been done, right? If you're doing the fertilizing contract, I'm here with you now.
I see. Okay, I'll start the up and downs.
Yeah, let's do a headland. Get it done. Get all of them for the end. Hig, one of these days, we're either going to have to record a bunch of your goodbyes so I can make that the sound bite, or I'm going to go back to a bunch of the videos and just sound clip it. That's on my long-term list. I want my goodbye, sound clip to be all of your goodbyes. Be a Hig goodbye montage. Low, don't let that bother you. Start to worry when it makes sense. Like I said, there was that one guy I worked with. He'd been at the city for like 30 years. And he was just like the most unbothered person. He turns to me the one day, he goes, the less you think about it, the more it makes sense. I was like, hey, brother, that is philosophically deep. And you just, he was a mechanic, and you just pull the truck in, and he just, whatever it was, change the tires, change the battery, do the maintenance, fix a problem, diagnose. He just, get out his tools and just plod along doing his thing.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep. Hit the button on the screen there for one of Hig's 10 goodbyes. What would be even better, Hig, actually, now that I think about it, would be make a file like the playlists in FarmSim for the music and have it play a random one every time I hit it. So you never know which goodbye you're going to get. There could even be one that says, oh, gotta go, puzzle time. Might get that one. Well, Jay, I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. You're always welcome here. Hopefully provide some relief for you. Doesn't sound like it's an enjoyable place to be. Maybe it's time for a change. Got a lot of people who are going through change right now. I'm moving. Camo's talking about doing it. Camo's doing like a local move. It's all but not really worth talking about. Time's moving. Lots of people got lots of things going on. It does seem like there's a lot of people in the community going through one kind of transition or another, Maybe
everybody's got a story.
Yeah, maybe that's just the way the cookie crumbled this year. Everyone's sort of changing.
Yep. Not always the bad thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. And the thing is, you never really know whether a change is good or bad until so far after the fact that it's hardly worth worrying about the minutia of it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing you might be most obsessed about, most worried about, turns out to be, whoo, look at that thing spinning around.
I know, right?
That was great. I love watching that. Yeah, there you go, Time. That's what we're talking about. My name is Nuke. Choking flip at me. Like I said, Jay, it's all right. Community's here for you. Come hang out, relax. Too bad it isn't a Willow stream. You can watch me suffer with the Wheel of Suffering. People seem to get quite a bit of enjoyment out of that.
Oh, so yeah, laughter out of that for sure.
Mm-hmm. That first stream was, I don't know if we could do that one again. That one was wild. Had like 50 or 100 wheels. It was some crazy number. Could barely get anything done. The wheel was spinning the whole time.
I tell you, BP, I picked up SnowRunner day before yesterday.
Nice.
Messing around on it a little bit.
I have been toying with the idea of doing some variety streaming. I love Farm Sim. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not ever gonna stop playing Farm Sim. But like, I feel like maybe we're at a spot with the mods and the maps, and there's some cool stuff going on. But it's just sort of like, I've done a lot of stuff in Farm Sim 25. There's not a lot of new stuff. Like, think about it. I'm going back and playing on Missouri River Bottom again. I just wonder if maybe I should do some variety streaming for a bit. But the intellectual part of my brain just sits there and says, but YouTube doesn't like that. And we don't want to do anything but the very best we can do. And maybe we should just have some fun and play some games and remember that that's what we're doing and that's what we're here for. Well, Jay, don't let me make it worse. I'm not here to bring out the emotions. Bad Jay. Not allowed. I'm glad you're here, brother. Need to spread my wings. Yeah, Camo's like, I think he's moving down the block, like a couple houses, maybe even, like, pretty local. No big deal.
Moving to the bottom floor.
Yeah, sure. Vix, you're welcome to. Also, Vix, there's an original music channel in Discord that you could start your own. I don't know what it's technically called in Discord. What is it, Loeth? Is it a thread or a channel or?
Yeah, I guess I'd call it a thread. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, Vix, if you look in Discord, like Lowe's got a thread, I've got a thread, Muddy Jr., and you can upload like one song, or if you make 100 over time, that way all your music's in one spot. But you're welcome to send it to me as well. Totally willing to listen to it. I enjoy that kind of stuff.
And you keep adding to the same thread, so it's not like you're going to be making different sections within the channel or thread or whatever. So I thought that was
way,
cool.
and that way, if you want to share it with like the community, and I tell this to everybody, if a song's personal, like I know like Blue, right, part of our community, he's got a couple songs that are pretty personal, right? Like they're pretty deep. He's played them for me on stream, like at late at night kind of stuff. And I would never want to like have those songs of his on my stuff because they're about his personal experiences and that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of people out there, putting music up there. People will download it. People listen to it. I still would love to get a Discord modder who can do some stuff for us. There are a couple things I'd like to do with Discord that I think could be really useful to people and really helpful. So,
absolutely.
But yeah, okay, cool, Vix. Yeah, and you, Vix, you start your own thread and then you post all your own music to it. So that way you're all good, brother. And like I said, just assume that if you post it, people are going to download it. And, if that's a problem for you, then don't post it. Like I said, if it's private,
Vix,
but otherwise.
Vix, I'll be straight with you. Until I get my some kind of playlist, what I do is go into Discord and play the music that's posted there for now on my streams. So
cool. I'll
definitely use them.
Yeah. And so OG, I will absolutely hit you up. Again, if I don't take it personal this week because it's a bit of a, got a busy 60 days ahead of me. But OG, what I'd like to do is I want to build a Discord. I assume it would have to be a bot. I don't know enough about this, so if this is not the right way to approach it, someone who's smarter than me or more experienced than me should tell me. But I'd like to make a bot. And basically, it may end up having to be a paid-for service because there may have to be a little bit of a server on the back end. But I'd like to be able to do what we're doing in Discord right now, where Low uploads his songs to his channel, I upload mine, Junior, Blue, Muddy, everybody uploads their songs. And then the Discord bot allows you to, like a jukebox, to pull from those posts and create. Oh, Cam was working on it. Okay, Cam, I thought you were moving and working on other things, but Cam was working on it. But anyways, so then to be able to like essentially create a jukebox from that so that you know, you can come in and you can select songs and we can play them through the Discord voice channel. So like the voice channel that I'm in with Low right now, like Low could be adding songs. I could be adding songs from what's on Discord already. Are you going up and down along this edge, Low?
No, I'm working towards the middle.
Okay.
Did I mess you up?
No, I'm just trying to figure out which heading to go on. Doesn't matter to me. But this is you're running a row. I got you. Nope,
Yeah, I was
good.
trying to leave the two. It looks like there was two headlands, right? So I was trying to leave them, both of them for you, I guess.
I freehand my headlands. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It don't matter. But yeah, that's the idea. And apparently Camo's working on it. So we're in good shape already.
Yep.
All right, so you're going that way. I'm going to go over here and get set up going that way. Time we've had that discussion on this stream. I am confident we have the right people to do it. It's a matter of time and financing. You know, I wouldn't want people to donate their time and not have anything to show for it, because building a farm sim style game would be huge. But I mean, it is absolutely something that we could be doing. All right, let's see. What does this look like?
Yes.
We're gonna go to -1? Sure. No, I don't think I quite got parallel to Low. Definitely not. I think I gotta be at 90. It's alright, we'll get there. Well, Vix, I think Vix is enough to keep us on the right track. But yes, thank you for telling me. All right, so I bet he's... I'm just going to go look at it, guys. And then I had another idea for Discord the other day. What was it? I gotta think about it for a minute. Excuse me.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, let's see. So this, we got to be heading, this is like 45 degrees. Copy. Okay. Going to 45 degrees. I helped make a game for my senior design project before. I did the 8-bit sprite work. It was a Dance Dance Revolution for computers played with keys. We crashed the download server. Jay, there are so many words in that sentence that I just had to think about as I was reading them. They all made perfect sense. It all worked out, but I was just, my mind was not ready for that sentence in this stream at this moment. That is fantastic. All right, let's see. 45 degrees right there. Oh, that's not it. Gonna make me remember how to do this. There we go. That'll do her. Should be enough to get the contract done, at least.
Yeah, it's not using a whole lot.
My brain hurts after that. Yeah, Vix, it was, I mean, it was a very well-written sentence. It all made sense, and I know what happened. Just took me a minute to get my brain wrapped around. 2004, 8-bit Dance Dance. There we go. So I had another idea for Discord the other day. See, this is the problem with getting older. Start forgetting stuff.
It's PRS.
Seriously. It's actually long COVID is what it is, but that's the way it works. Nuke's comment was translated to stupid. Absolutely hilarious. I can smell it, Time. She's burning hot. Dum. All right, let's see this guy make the turn. Nothing. It didn't change yours at all, Hig. It apparently speaks Canadian. It just doesn't speak Californiese. The lollipop suckers, the stupid stupids. Vix.
That's funny.
Give me one of those stupid stupids. Yeah, Hig, I don't know why it changes, what it changes. And the thing is, it's not even translating. It just, like, it seems to think that Nukes speaks such poor English that he's trying to write D-U-M-B, dumb, like dumb, which should be auto-corrected to dumb, not stupid regardless. But apparently it thinks Nuke is a foreigner who has English as a second language. Now, having listened to Nuke speak, occasionally I could agree with that, but I think we've all been in that boat. How the mystery flavor was made. Now, see, that's great. Vix wrote, I know, right, IKR soldier, but he wrote IKR caps, and YouTube just translated it to, I'm sorry, he did not write IKR caps. He just wrote IKR. So YouTube was kind enough to translate it into capital IKR, so I could know that it was an acronym.
Well, that's mighty nice of it.
I'm quite fluent in Blabinese.
Blabinese.
It takes a mystery out entirely. Nuke, I just want you to know, Nuke, I have my game sound turned off, so if you come flying up on me, I'm not going to know. I'm basically a blind, deaf worker at this point because of the electronic interference I'm having with my sound tonight.
You know you just opened the gate, like, wide open, right?
Oh, yeah. But that's the whole thing, right? The number one thing the number one thing you don't want to do with Nuke is say no.
Right.
Just let them know it's good. It's good. You know, that's fuel to the fire. You know, you just got to let it go. And based on even the time difference, the fact that he's getting on at the time he did leads me to believe that his day at work was not the length that it should have been. Just think where we'd be in this world with all this AI. I know, time. Imagine if I just had to read the comments and figure out what they meant. And I'm out of the tractor. Am I out again? No. He's in the tractor. Oh, it's yours now, Nuke. You brought this on yourself. Yeah, wrecking ball incoming soon. Flip the script, baby. I believe it, Jay. What was that? What was the villain's name? In okay, hold on. I gotta put this thought together in my head before I speak. In The Incredibles, the kids movie, right? Who is the guy, the mole guy at the end, the Underminer? That's Nuke. He's the Underminer. Oh, Vix, it sounds cool without the distortion too. This is a Chrissy mod, and she put the Jaws theme song. Ooh, gotta learn how to drive. To the engine, to the RPMs. So instead of the engine revving, that's what it does. Woo, we are getting some stutters. Stutter, 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 stutter. My name is Nuke. It's a good looking truck too. Dubstep Jaws with the distortion, that's awesome. I may have to turn my sound back on to listen to that, or maybe I'll listen to the stream later. Yeah, hey, I'm getting some sort of electrical interference. Oh, he kicks me on my tractor, then takes it, then doesn't even finish the job? I'm not going to hit low. Low's been working the whole day. Nuke's going to be getting in my truck is what he's going to go do. Getting nuked, Nuke. You got nothing. You got nothing. You got nothing in your Tony's pimp truck. Tony would, or not Tony, Beaton would definitely get pulled over by State Patrol for rolling lot lizards in that truck. Uh-huh. Boot me out and then take your truck back. Got outplayed at your own game, son. Now I gotta go back and get back to work. Can't have that much fun. Get jaws. Nice. Yeah, that'd be a fun one for the recovery, Jay. As soon as I get in, boot it out again. Here we go. Hey, we're even on Yeah, I was trying to get work done. Then I tried to do some shenanigans. Then I gotta go back to work done. Then I get more shenanigans. Recreational reptiles. I knew we called them something else. Time. We did call them recreational reptiles, didn't we? Who came up with that? Did I come up with that, or did you, Time? I bet you did. Work? Yeah, Vix, that's really... We use work in the loosest sense of the word. I look over at Low, and he's finally close enough that the rocking chair is rendering in. It's hilarious. I said every one of Tony's mods should have a rocking chair on the roof. I think that should be his trademark. I think that's fantastic. That was me. Did I come up with recreational reptiles? Huh. Apparently I do have a good moment every once in a while, Time. I mean, Jay, we've all just sort of given up on giants, you know? We're at the point now where we're just like, I mean, quite frankly, the modders in the community are keeping FarmSim alive, in my opinion. Like, my interest in playing FarmSim would be very close to zero if I was stuck playing with ModHub. And not to mention that, like, we routinely have modders, and I say in this community, but they're, you know, in all communities, but just that are doing things that are, they raise the bar, and they move on to the next mod, and they raise it again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Vix, I agree. Sure. We just try not to remind you of them. That's good, Time. Don't let my head get too big. I might think I can do something like play another game. Oh, we finished. Look at us.
We done?
There's the recreational reptile vehicle. I'm gonna hit this pole on GPS. Get me off of GPS. I'm gonna buy train because I'm on the tracks. Yep, done with that field. Well, it's 2:10 in the afternoon. I'm going to take time down to 0.5. They got $527. About rescue missions? There's some recovery stuff, Jay. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, like, you know, go recover this tractor and bring it back. I know Fafo had to recover a horse on his stream. I mean, talk about stooping low to get views. Rescuing a horse. Could you imagine? Let's collect some contracts here. We made good money. Low, you and I made some good money tonight, brother.
Yeah, man.
Just came in and worked. Unfortunately, Nuke's not sewing spelt. Oh, from the Giants DLC. Yeah, they put out an emergency pack, and I don't know that it does anything. Like, maybe someone does rescue missions, but...
I don't get that one.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but it's to the point now where it feels like statistically they're going to have a good DLC soon because you can't have this many misses. Like, you you're going to accidentally put something good out soon.
Accidentally, yeah. That'd be about the extent of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, whoa, guys, people like this DLC. It's getting downloads. Do you see this? Like, more than 6. It does, but it kind of sucks. Yeah, I'm not interested in that, Vix, then. Got the truck and trailer hung on the railroad crossbar. I mean, I've done that. Nuke's done that. Oh, the one on Judith Plains, the tall one, that was Hig. The one that was like 30 feet in the air. Yeah, Hig launched the Tony truck on top of the, like, highway sign level crossbar the one time. Oh, Time, I've made some bad money before. I either felt bad about what I had to do to make it, or what I had to do wasn't worth it, but I still took it. Yeah, Vix, I can't imagine them being anything but that. Oh, yeah. Pine cones. Jay, I can't believe you put that in writing. Giants is probably listening, and they're when the Pine Cone DLC comes out, we're blaming you. You're gonna get a lot of hate. I don't know what it is. Hate Discord mail about the Pine Cone DLC. And here's the best part. And I did them. Here's the best part about the Pine Cone DLC. They forgot to remove the weight limit, so you can't lift the pine cones by hand unless you have super strength on. And I got a special spot for pine cones, because as a kid, my grandma used to pay me to pick pine cones for fire starters out at the cabin. A full trash bag was $5. That'd be a good April Fool's DLC. Pine cone farming coming to Farm Sim 25. Do you want to pick up pine cones off the ground? Your trees don't grow. They don't change. Pine cones spawn every 5 minutes. Pick them up or not. If you don't, your vehicles will flip if you drive over them. Pine cone DLC brought to you by Giants.
Oh, what a grand idea.
Yeah. Like, wait
pay for that DLC right away.
I don't know why I keep buying the season passes. I haven't. I get an email from Giants because I got it through Steam, or Farm Sim through Steam, about, don't forget you have products to download. I'm like, I don't, I promise. I know you think I'm going to download those, but I'm not going to. As a guy who could be doing DLC reviews and first impressions and everything else, like, I'm not even wasting time on that. If Homeland turned into night, they had a slow night. I did 3/4 of the work for him already. Yeah, pretty much. Just gonna put low in the garage too.
Yeah, see that.
Putting you away for the night. You worked hard. You deserve to be in the shed for the night.
All right. Gee, thanks.
All right, Low, Nuke, you guys want to say goodnight before I take us out? Hit 3-hour mark. We're in good shape.
Good night,
Nuke come
folks.
in. Nuke go bye-bye.
Nuke come in, Nuke go bye-bye. All right, guys. Well, gentlemen, ladies of chat, thank you guys so much for joining. I made some good money tonight. We did not get out of October. I think we'll be in October again next stream. $667,000. We got $170 or $167,000 contract, basically 100 and another 70 there. We got a whole bunch of money. Talking about buying a carrot field for you guys, since I know how much you like carrots. Field 19 is carrots and ready to be harvested. There's a $180,000 discount on it, so it comes out to about $420,000. You know what, guys? We're just going to do it before stream ends tonight. Now we own a carrot field, so you guys can all get what you've always wanted, which is watch me harvest more carrots, so we'll have a good time. So the carrot cult is back, Jay. Watch out. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody. Don't forget to drop a like and turn on notifications for more videos. Channel memberships are available if you'd like to support my channel further. Channel members do get early access to upcoming videos and access to the members-only portion of Discord, including the member server and this live stream. So if you're on PC and you're a member, we'd love to have you in here. Get this thing done. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of contracts. This is the $10 million challenge. Got to have 10 million in the bank, 100 acres. I'm sorry, 1,000 acres, and 10 on-map productions before we complete this challenge. So tons and tons of work to be done. Had a lot of great conversation tonight. A lot of it focused on the Homestead 100. There is just an unbelievable amount of fantastic content coming out of that challenge. You guys should really check all of it out. There is just... I think we had 3 or 4 new content creators in Discord and in chat tonight. I'm hoping the ones that were in chat tonight made it over to Discord to get their content creator tag and share their stuff. We had like 12 videos posted today, or 12 pieces of content posted today in the Promote Your Stuff channel, which is that makes me so happy. That's what this community is about, is discovering other channels, learning about the community, growing, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm so excited. So check it out. I would even say, if you want my advice, don't even watch my series. Watch somebody else's. If you're here, you're getting plenty of me. Check out the other guys. There is some absolutely fantastic stuff going on. So from Stevie's Ringwood 4X, which, guys, is a map if you haven't checked out, you definitely should. And Camo pointed out that Stevie dropped a new mod pack today. We're going to have to check that out, maybe get it on here for next time. That's all for this one. I will see you guys in the next one.